And we are back live with another week of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. It's your boy Verdict, as always. Got some hot action for you guys tonight, but none other with me tonight. Again, my co-caster, the faithful, the man, the myth, the legend, DeiNomine. Day, how are you doing tonight, my guy? Absolutely. We're going to have first off with us tonight none other than Seminole and Explicit, as you can see from the title. We're also going to have some action over on the co-channel, which is Guildmania. Guildmania will be casting a few games as well. I'm trying to see if I can get the challenge on link and bracket for you guys, and I'm not seeing it as of right now. But as soon as I can get that to you guys, I will. So bear with us. Actually, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the action. So, yeah, we've got Seminole and Explicit in the first round. As you can see from the map selection, we're going to have Hardpoint Raid, followed up by a... Oh, God, I'm in the Mabel Mayhem channel, not there. Meseeks channel. There we go. S&D Summit, and then if we go to a Game 3, it's going to be a Domination Crossfire. I'm actually trying to get the... There we go. Nope, that's not it.
Wild weekend for everybody, guys. Wild weekend for everybody. It is a little bit nice, though. Obviously, with Seminole in here, we get to see Vague a little bit still, and obviously, as far as Masters and Mobile Mayhem go, he is going to be a caster for Mobile Mayhem on certain Tuesdays, so make sure you guys check out that. It will be, I think he casts this week, so you guys will get to see him there, even though you won't get to see him play. And High actually rocking it out there, picks up a big double kill for the team, and that's going to be a little bit of a start of the Seminole comeback, as we did have the opposition picking up a majority of the P1 points.
Yeah, this has been a competitive hardpoint so far. The guys over at Seminole are actually going to be able to rack up a few uncontested points out the bat here in P2, as we do see Vague rocking the Holger. We're going to have Lucifer and Camper actually trying to push the backside. Camper actually going to get the better of Vague there as the trades come through. Nonetheless, the guys over at Seminole are going to be able to maintain point for the time being. Bear, and I'm sure we talked about the names and whatnot before. Forsaken is the Happy Face character, if I'm not mistaken. And then Slothy is the guy with no name. So we've got Bear, who we're familiar with. We've got High, who we're familiar with. Vague. And again, Forsaken is the squiggly line with the anime photo. The other anime photo with no name is Slothy. So on the opposite side of the board, I'm not sure who the middle character is, but I'm familiar with Lucifer, Solo, Symphony, and Camper. Man, this guy's gonna, it's gonna just haunt me for the rest of the night. Maybe I can see if I can get Oh, we got brackets too, so we got that post ready for action as well.
Awesome, that's what I was waiting for as well. Alright, this should be Explicit versus Seminole, yeah?
That's correct.
Alright.
Week 36, I'm going to go ahead and get that posted in chat, pin it for you guys to enjoy. And if you're just now joining us, we're just getting started. And guys, it has been a hell of a weekend. I'm so glad to be back out of town for work and whatnot. Man, I tell you what, I didn't think I was going to make it
town, yeah?
Yeah, I did not think I was going to make it.
Well, we're all glad you made it, Verdict, and, you know, we're glad that you're here to cast the Meseeks Sunday Showdown, as well as, obviously, handle all the production aspect of it. So, thank you so much for being here. We do have Seminole in the lead now. They actually have been for kind of a hot minute here, but they are extending their lead. They're now plus 40, as we are boiling down to the last couple seconds of Garage, which it looks like they've pretty much abandoned and are now starting to make the rotation over to Basketball Court, in which we see Explicit already being pretty set up for. So they're going to get that first break onto the hard point, but it's not quite won yet. Well, I mean, I guess it looks pretty won when Solo picks up a 7-man feed. What a nut job!
That is crazy. I hate I missed that as I was trying to fumble through everything and make sure everything was looking right. It does sound like my audio might be off. I don't know if my audio particularly is. But I mean, I can hear game audio chat. If you're out there and you are listening in, let me know how the game audio sounds for you guys. Shouldn't have any issues with it, but I noticed early on that whenever you were talking that I didn't have any kind of output, so may had to do with that. So I think I may have gotten it fixed. Nonetheless, P4 in the books. Looks like a split for both teams. However, the guys over at Seminole are going to be extending their lead now as they're going to get those last 7 uncontested seconds. They're going to still maintain about a 45, 50-point lead going into P5. Transition's going to be made about 44 points to be exact. And the guys over at Explicit looking pretty decent here in P5. This is a great rotation for them as they opted to not push and contest that court side, which was very smart. They are going to be able to wrap up a few points here as P5 is about 20 seconds in and they are yet to be contested.
Yeah, we do have specifically a couple members of Explicit that are sticking out to me, and that being Symphony and Solo are doing actually pretty exceptional in comparison to kind of the level of competition they're up against. I mean, all of these players on Seminole are ex-Mobile Mayhem players to some degree, and I think actually all of them are only not in Mobile Mayhem because they're not 18 plus. So you definitely can imagine the level of talent this Seminole roster has, and again, Explicit able to put up 90 points on the board, and Solo dropping 25 kills, including a 7 kill feed. Pretty impressive stuff for him there. So might be a player we need to watch out for a little bit more than just tonight. Maybe this is someone that you know, we may be looking forward to seeing again in the future.
Absolutely. These guys put up a hell of a fight in game number 1. 60-point difference against a stacked Seminole team. Literally, all of these guys are MVP caliber team players. Like Vague, Forsaken, Bear, all of these guys top frag. And they're known to top frag at any given moment. So the fact that the team over at Explicit were able to muster up that much, and seeing Solo pop off 25 and 15, 34 seconds on the hill, definitely not going to go unnoticed, as I believe he had one of the best KDs in the lobby. Not necessarily going to have the support he needed to, you know, wrap things up here in game number 1. We'll see how game 2 pops off, as I'm familiar with Lucifer and Camper's abilities and Symphony's abilities on Search and Destroy. I'm looking forward to seeing how Solo plays here, as he'll be our like standout player to you know, spectate and watch and see how he does here in game 2 as we're getting started up. Search and Destroy on Summit, not necessarily my favorite map, but you know, all things aside,
we know all about how Verdict feels about this map.
Summit, I feel like, is only viable in the hardpoint department, and that's, you know, saying That's saying, you know, not too much because even in hardpoint, it's pretty booty.
Yeah, we'll get you guys into the map as soon as we can. Obviously, a pretty phenomenal performance coming out of the gate for the side of Seminole, but man, Explicit, I don't know if we can sleep on these guys. Specifically, Symphony and Solo looked pretty incredible last game. We'll have to see if they bring that same level of energy to the Search and Destroy here. Lucifer, No Name, and Campers, however, didn't have quite as shining of a performance. So we'll have to see when we get in there if they maybe are a little bit more Search and Destroy oriented players, or you know, again, this is not necessarily an easy matchup for Explicit by any means, but definitely could lead to be an exciting matchup.
It should be, as I'm taking a look at the actual challenge on bracket. We've got Lux and Operation 34 up the top, Tribe taking Obsidian, NYSL Mayhem taking on Efficient, 11D and F4. F4 has been playing pretty decently here recently, so I'm excited about that matchup. Community Esports taking on Arsenal. Zygnus Esports actually going to get a bye against Rain, as Rain has DQ'd and no-showed. Explicit obviously taking on Seminole here. We're in game number 2, and then at the very bottom of the bracket, we've got Zygnus Esports and Truth Esports. So Zygnus Gaming, actually. I'm not sure which team that is. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming Zygnus Esports is like the likes of Tatio and group, right?
That is Zygnus Esports, correct?
Okay, gotcha. That makes
Should
sense.
be, at least. Yeah, most of the other Zygnus teams that we've had in the past don't have the esports tag attached to them. So, for example, the underage Zygnus roster was Zygnus Black.
Yep, that's right.
And then I know they have a BR team as well, but I think they go as Zygnus Esports, but that's because it's the BR team as opposed to multiplayer. So, yeah, if it is straight Zygnus Esports, that should be the fan favorite Zygnus team, at least, of Tatio, Envoy, Cheto, the likes of the whole bunch there. But we are off into our second round of Search and Destroy, in which Explicit were able to come together with the first round win, and not a great start for them in round 2. It is going to be just No Name left alive up against 3 members of the side of Seminole, and I believe Seminole are going to end up tying it up here. Yep, there's going to be the kill right as the bomb plant goes through.
Yep, and I was about to say, you know, what better teammate to have alive other than the No Name guy? He was 3-0 in the first round, popped off, and he was stunned as soon as that bomb went down. So we're all tied up going into this third round, and it is looking like an exciting Search and Destroy, as we saw the 60-point difference was all that separated us in game number 1. We expected a competitive matchup coming into this Search and Destroy, especially with, oh my god, Symphony in the kill feed. Picks up 2 kills, and everyone is just abusing this AS Val. Forsaken going to be left on his lonesome. He's got the Finnick in hand. I heard the Finnick got a tremendous buff, and these players are just going to continue to circle him. Blank is going to go ahead and get the kill. We are in a 2-1 situation now in favor of the guys over at Explicit. Now the shoe is on the other foot. We'll see how the guys at Seminole actually respond here, as they're going to be down going in this round. We saw it even up after that second round, but I'm thinking things might get spicy here. So
yeah, it definitely could spice up quite a bit. Again, this Explicit roster, even in the hardpoint, I would say necessarily didn't do bad, despite it being a 150-90 win for Seminole, and they're out of the gate with a little bit of a lead here for Search and Destroy as well. They were able to pick up round 1, and they were able to pick up round 3, which is going to net them the 2-1 lead. As you see, High is using the Fennec, and it's got a lot of really, really high kill time potential. Especially on a map like Summit, where everything is so close range and kind of oriented around this middle building. You're always in that short to short mid range, and it's really just perfect for this gun, as well as shotguns. But Bear going to be the one to pick up the kill there, QQ9 in hand, and it's going to tie things up 2-2.
2-all, as we did see a very similar situation in the second round, where one player from Explicit was alive and then 3 players from Seminole left to finish the duty. They got the job done there. We're all tied up at 2. This is going to be the round that decides who has lead going into the side flip. And from the looks of it, the way that everything is panning out, it looks like it's been going back and forth, back and forth. So based off of that notion, we might see a 3-2 in favor of Explicit. Nonetheless, the game is still developing, as we do see Symphony pick up a massive kill on a 1, gets taken down by Vague, and that's going to leave Lucifer in a 1v3 scenario. So Lucifer is going to be right on the opposite side, actually going to be right there to contest that bomb plant, as he has the Arctic in hand. Gets 1 in Bear. What a shot. Spots Vague, but is not going to be able to get the kill. The Vague Fennec is going to come in the clutch. That is going to be a 3-2 advantage in favor of Seminole as we flip sides now. The guys over at Explicit are going to be able to express their attacking strategies, as, you know, this game could go either way still. I don't think that Seminole, even with a 1-round advantage, is going to run away with this. But we'll see how it pans out here, as we do see the full send to the top side of the map. Symphony going to push up aggressively. Solo going to pick up 1 before he overextends. So that is going to leave us with 3 players for the side of Explicit, and now the bomb is going to be in the hands of the blank player's name. Envious is what I read in chat earlier, so we'll say Envious is his name. Bear going to be there. They going to pick up 1 kill. They going to pick up 2. Just 1 player left in the 3-1 scenario.
Yeah, it's definitely been a pretty exciting match. Seminole were able to find 2 rounds in a row, which will give them the overall lead. And, you know, just as I say it there, they find a 3rd round win in a row, doubling up over Explicit at this point. They've got the 4-2 lead and are now just potentially 2 rounds away from closing this out. A clean 2-0 victory for week 36 of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown.
Yep, it's looking like Seminole might be able to. I said they weren't going to run away with it, in hopes of seeing a game 3. Oh my, what a shot from Lucifer on high. I was starting to question his ability of using that Arctic, but after seeing that shot, I definitely know he's competent in his abilities. Just, this map may not be the best one to use and abuse. Vay going to be spotted. Oh my god, Vay get turned on as Lucifer pulling out the Arctic. Going to make some great work of it. Nonetheless, his teammates are going to be there to refrag, as Forsaken picked up 1, Slothy picked up another. But I for sure thought Vague was going to get him with the KRM there. Nonetheless, Lucifer does turn on him.
Yeah, and Seminole, they're in a great spot right now, which, coming off of what was not looking like the cleanest hard point to coming into Search and Destroy that was not looking the cleanest at the very beginning, they have massively turned things around here. Did I just see Solo get a kill with the Kilo? Is that what I just
about
saw?
To ask that. What is happening here?
Absolutely is. Kilo bolt action. Not something we've seen in quite a while. In fact, I think the only 2 players I've ever seen use this gun in competitive are I think Forsaken and Vibin, maybe?
Have we seen it being used without a scope, though?
Actually, I think every time, yeah.
Okay, I've always seen players use it with, like, the sniper scope attached, and the ADS on it's already kind of, like, iffy, so to see that scope on there is, like, cringe. Campers and Solo. Solo are going to be the last 2 alive. Forsaken going to be right there on the catwalk side of the B bomb site. I don't know what is Campers, what are they doing? Are they got to be trolling, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but we do have Forsaken rotating over. He does have eyes on Campers. He's gonna get a couple shots in, but not quite enough to get the kill. Solo, go ahead and going for the plant. Campers was able to make it out alive, so we'll have to see if they can make the collapse here as a team. Forsaken's going to get 1. Forsaken's going to get 2. That's going to clutch it up, and that's going to send Seminole into the next round with a 6-2. Oh, just kidding. Hold on. DQ'd for body shooting. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
Yeah,
man, let the body shooting ensue. Is he going to pick up someone else's? No,
I don't know.
He hesitated there. He wanted to. 15 seconds. He's got plenty of time. What is he doing? Emoting? Oh my god, bro. What is going on? Forsaken.
It felt like a pub lobby there for a minute there.
That is exactly what it felt like.
Definitely a big win for Seminole again after specifically Explicit put up such a good fight at the beginning of Search and Destroy as well as throughout the hardpoint. Definitely a well-deserved win for the side of Seminole there. Like I said, that's going to push them on into the next round of competition for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown, as well as lead us into our next matchup of tonight, which I have a bracket, but I don't necessarily know what map or teams we're playing, so when you know, I would like to know.
Zygnus Gaming moves on. You know, that's a safe assumption, but then again, I guess I don't know. I think it would be safe to say.
Hey, a safe assumption was NYSLM was gonna beat Arsenal, and that didn't happen.
Well, let's be real. No one knew what the capabilities of Arsenal was. Truth Esports, I've never even heard of them. You know, I've never. You know, just to be fair, everyone has a shot. But let's just be real. If it's you know, the Zygnus Gaming that I'm thinking of, then you know, Truth Esports might have their work cut out for them. Anything that Zygnus attaches their name to seems to produce, you know, good expectations, good results.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
I mean, I'm thinking, but then again, you know, I don't want to be that guy. We'll take a look at the bracket together as I got to pull it up. Lux and Op 34, that should be a good matchup. Op 34 should take that. If I'm not overstepping boundaries, Tribe should push on, so I'm hating that we're missing out on that action as we saw 2 weeks ago. Man, dude, that was by far the sweatiest map I have ever seen, or match I've ever seen. And right now we're getting Zygnus in the lobby, so Zygnus and AR right now.
Ooh, that's actually turning out to be a really good match already. I'm going to tell you right now.
My guys. What do we have going on here? We're moving up in the bracket, so moving on up. Oh boy, let's go. Zygnus and Arsenal, sweaty matchup, yes. Predictions, I gotta hear it. Dave.
If I had to guess, I would say probably Zygnus. Yeah, I'm gonna stay Zygnus. Especially if Jingo's not playing for Arsenal today.
Oh, he's not. That's definitely.
I don't know. He didn't play last time we watched them play.
Ah.
Which I think was on Thursday.
I don't see Asta. I don't see Jingo. I see.
Which means one of them will not be here.
Exactly. You know, by the. You know, by the factors of elimination. Jingo does join in, so that means Asta's not going to be in the building.
Which is probably equally as hurtful for Arsenal. Not that I think any of their players are bad by any means, but when you're going up against Zygnus or Tribe or NYSL, I definitely think those are teams that you want to bring your best against. And I definitely think Arsenal are going to struggle here. Now, I don't think they're going to, you know, they're not just going to lay over and let Zygnus take it, but I definitely would predict Zygnus win this, and I expect them to at least be close matches, though. I don't, you know, this isn't going to be your Tribe versus Bad Batch 1 to 150, you know? That's not going to be the case.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any bad batches here tonight. No pun intended. Actually, I do mean pun intended. Man, it's been a long day, bro. Let me just say it has been a long day. I am very grateful to be here with you guys tonight. I'm very grateful to be here with Day tonight. Very grateful for our sponsors, Trovo, SAC Finger Sleeves, Juju Energy, and HyperX. Guys, be sure to use code Meseeks at checkout. Get that fat 10% discount. Don't want to miss out. I should be rocking some Juju right now as I need all the energy I can get. But I'm taking a look at the bracket. I'm seeing some updates. Op34 does 2-0. Lux Artinera. Obsidian does get 2-0'd by Tribe. NYSL Mayhem are going to be moving on to the next round. And as we can see from the lobby here, Arsenal Cygnus going to be playing in the second round. Seminole going to be taking on Cygnus Gaming. So Cygnus Esports is in the lobby with us right now. That's Tatio, Irving, Kim Wax, Envoy, and S-Thug. And for the guys over at Arsenal, we've got Clay, Skill, Veteran, Molly, and Jingo. Not seeing Asta is not necessarily a bad sign for the guys over at Arsenal, but when you're going up against a, well-established opponent in Cygnus Esports, bro, you gotta bring your your A game to the table, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not to talk bad about anybody on the Arsenal roster, because, like, here's the thing, right? I'm sitting here complaining that we don't have Asta going up against Cygnus, right? Looking at this roster, I don't know who you take out to put him in, because they're all such good, phenomenal players, and specifically this lineup individually, I think really hits on the talents of all of these players individually. I've seen all of these players on different rosters, and I just don't think I've really seen any of them play to the capabilities, at least not to the level that they have here together on this roster. Watching them in their matchup versus NYSL and Masters, they looked absolutely phenomenal. Watching them play on Thursday during Mobile Mayhem, in which they actually didn't have Jingo for Mobile Mayhem. They had Asta. Again, that team looked absolutely phenomenal. So, I complain that Asta's not here, but there's not a single player on this roster that excuse me, that I would be like, yeah, swap them out for Asta. You know what I mean?
Facts. So you can vouch for Veteran then. I know Skill, Molly, Jingo. I know their capability.
I believe Veteran is automatic.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely vouch for automatic then. If that is automatic, yeah.
I believe. I could be wrong. That's what I heard. At least that's what I remember hearing. But yeah, he's I think he top fragged for them on Masters and Mobile Mayhem, actually.
Interesting. Getting in the rotations and everything, we've got a Hardpoint Hackney Yard to start us off with. S&D Takeoff. And if we're lucky enough to go to a Game 3, it's going to be a domination on Crossfire. And of course, as usual, Annihilator and Sparrow are banned, so we won't see either of those operators here. Game number 1 starting up. This is going to be a best of 3. We'll see a best of 5 starting in the semifinals and moving forward. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen Arsenal play as well as recently. They've just been all on top of their game. We'll see how they fare against the guys over at Cygnus here. P1 going to be opening up as we are on board with Clay. We're actually going to jump over to Tio. We're going to see what he's got on board. He's got the Holger. He's going to get 2 big kills off the bat as Cygnus is going to clear it out. Molly going to be there to contest top green, but or not top green, but top warehouse. Not going to be able to get much done there as Tio going to be a force to be reckoned with. P1, 15 seconds in. 15 seconds are going to go in favor of the guys over at Cygnus.
Yeah, absolutely. Off to a good start if you're a Cygnus fan. AR, I definitely don't count them out here. Hackney Yard is really a difficult point to break if you don't win that initial gunfight for P1. If you're Arsenal, I think you start making your rotation over and trying to get anchor for P2 and just try to make up your time there, because up against a coordinated team like Cygnus, making the break on that first hard point is... it's not going to happen. And if it does, it's going to happen so late into the point that you've essentially given P2 over to Cygnus 2 at that point. So, definitely a good rotation coming out of Arsenal here. As we can see, 47 points coming out of Cygnus on that P1 is definitely huge for them. But...
Veteran, man, just eating.
Told you, man.
He is eating my guy. S-Dog, get bodied. Veteran playing that gatekeeper role, doing it so very well. Tatio, bodied. Now we are going to get the refract from Kimwax, who is probably going to get onto this point if... Oh, actually, Veteran's right here. Veteran going to be spotted, taken down as he tries to get this Bread Missile out. He gets it out, but does not land anything. And Kimwax, as I just guessed, I don't know how they allowed Kimwax to come all the way through unscathed. Needless to say, he is going to be able to get in point. They're going to be able to rack up those last 20 points. And what was a well-executed early rotation has now turned into a very great late break on the backs of Kimwax.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a pretty big and exciting game here so far. But man, Zygnus, like I said, I just feel like they overall have the edge in this matchup. And a lot of that is going to come down to just the player synergy overall. You're having breakout players from Arsenal here get kill streaks, get feeds, you know, do whatever they can. But overall, as a team, Zygnus are making the better rotations. They're working much better together as far as the actual team fight aspect goes. Like if you see right there, Tatio as well as Irving both made their rotation pop. Just to ensure that kill and to ensure that anchor. So really, really smart played out of these guys. And if you look, there's never really any point where Zygnus aren't at least too strong. So that's definitely leading to them winning a lot more of their gunfights. And as we see, Tatio kind of branched off from his duo there and did drop. Right now, the only player positive on the side of Arsenal is Veteran at 13-9, and Molly is 9-9, so breaking even. And actually, S-Thug, the only player on the side of Zygnus that's negative, and that is something I am not used to saying by any means.
I mean, you know you're having a good day when you've got S-Thug, your bottom frag, right? That is absolutely wild. S-Thug is usually like the hard carry. As I say that, he does get the break in the point. Jingo going to be able to take him down. And I do have to say and notate, the rotations are on point for Zygnus right now. The coordination, it seems like they're covering every angle at the moment, and it's just making it that much more impossible for Arsenal to get back into this thing, as we do see guys over at Zygnus actually rack up 115 and counting. 28 seconds left on this point. Not enough time to get a W, but definitely sets him up proper for P5, as I do see S-Thug actually get taken out, pushing out of the point. Envoy and Irving going to be there to prevent the rotations, as well as Kimwax, over to the back warehouse area where I believe they call it office. I'm not mistaken. I think it's office. But that is actually where the guys over at Zygnus might be able to clutch this up, as we do see 3 seconds left in P number 4. Only 67 points for the guys over at Arsenal, and the rotations are not going to come through off the bat, as we do see Kimwax picking up yet again. God, man, Kimwax is just on a spree, 22-8. Absolutely violating, as we do see this game 15 seconds and counting for the guys over at Zygnus. They should be able to rack it up here.
Yeah, it's looking to be the case. Zygnus, I mean, they're just having a heck of a game. Tatio 18-10, Kimwax 22-9, Irving 23-15, absolutely lighting up the scoreboard. And I'm gonna be honest, I expected this matchup to be a little bit closer, but it is also really hard when you underestimate the potential that Zygnus can bring to the table, especially with this being a roster that has stuck together through their last season of play as well. So big game for Zygnus. Hopefully Arsenal can turn it around for Search and Destroy, because I would love to see this go to a game 3. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Zygnus fan. I am absolutely a Zygnus fan. You know, Tatio is one of my favorite players to watch. You know, I think S-Thug is a fun player to watch. Envoy's a really chill dude overall. Like, I like Zygnus, but I really am rooting for AR here. You know, again, I'd love to see this go to game 3. I think Arsenal have a lot more potential than we really saw in that first matchup of Hardpoint.
But I have to agree with you. I'm hoping this goes to a game 3 too. I was expecting this to be a little bit of a closer map, but as we saw, Hackney Yard, if you allow it to just get out of hands, it's just one of those maps that's almost impossible to bounce back from. The P3 to P4 to P5 rotations literally have to be on point. in order for you to get a little bit of that momentum going. And Zygnus overall just played the map a lot better. As we see majority of their players going positive. Oh man, we're actually going to go ahead and jump straight into the action. We're not even going to wait, as we were going to dissect everything that happened in the last game. Nonetheless, game number 2 going to go ahead and pop off. I'm loving it though. You know, I say, you know, we're not taking enough time in between the matches, and then when we're out at midnight, 12:30ish, I'm pissed because it's too late. Here we are going into game number 2. We're going to be on board with Jingo. I'm like you. I'm a Zygnus fan. I think Tatio's the only player that I'm actually currently sub to. If that will tell you anything. I have subbed to a lot of players in the past, and I have a 4-month subscription to watch him Tatio. He's just overall an entertaining player to watch. I love me some Envoy and some S-Thug as well, so Irving was a newer addition. Kimwax also one of those newer additions. I don't think he's as new as Irving, but skill with the cheeky kill, taking down Kimwax.
Is actually a name change back to Kimwax. He is DeCarla from the last
okay.
Season.
So he's like one of the original then.
I think like season 2 Infinix roster.
Gotcha.
He was like a sub then, and then worked his way up into the main roster. Maybe 3rd season of Mobile Mayhem, but I mean it's definitely been a while. He's been around for a while. Like I said, a couple name changes. It actually was originally Kimwax, then he was DeCarla for 2 seasons, and now he's back to Kimwax. So same player though.
Gotcha. As we say that, SGH Network comes through with the 16 Raiders. What's good, SGH? How's my boys doing over there at SGH, guys? I hope you're doing well. We are in the 2nd round of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. If you're just now joining us, this is Zygnus Esports taking on AR. And right now, AR getting the better of this transaction, as we are in a 5-2 scenario here. Kimwax going to be left on his own. It's a 1v5. Looking pretty impossible at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely looking really good for AR. And like I said, you know, even though I'm a Zygnus fan, I'm rooting AR for this matchup all the way. I want to see a game 3 out of these teams incredibly bad. Especially with, again, AR been that team that, I don't really want to say, like, the misfits, but they're those really strong players that never really seem to find their home on a roster. And they've come together and have such a potent and dominating force here that I'm really excited that they have been playing so well as of late. We do have Tatio dropping down in front of Clay there. Clay going to pick up a kill for himself. Gets a couple bullets onto S-Thug. Not quite able to find the kill, and Zygnus, like I said, they're really good at rotating together. And Irving is going to pick up the kill to save S-Thug and Envoy there. Irving also going to get the kill onto Molly, and this round looking way better for Zygnus. It is now a 3 versus 2. Make it a 3 versus 1. Jingo is going to get the return frag onto S-Thug, and it's now a 2 versus 1 in Zygnus' favor, as well as they have bomb down, which is going to force Jingo to play against the clock here. He's got 40 seconds to pick up a double kill as well as a defuse.
I'm surprised that he didn't get outs by, not Irving, but it looks like Kimwax is in this corner. Maybe he has dead silence. Irving is going to spot him and get him, as he did make that rotation over that bomb plant. Was clutch for Zygnus, as they somehow find a round there. Much more coordinated round. This is one of those maps, like I've mentioned before in the past, that, you know, you wander too far off, you're in the opposite direction of everyone. Literally, if you take 10 steps to the left, you're actually on the opposite side of the map, so it's really hard for you to have your homies back if you're all the way on the opposite side of the map. So they're gonna have to play coordinated. They're gonna have to figure out where their position is. Jingo gonna be taking the back alley approach, as he is trying to prevent the rotations over to the B bomb site. B bomb site is gonna be covered by it looks like Clay. Clay is going to be spotted and taken down at mid, so we're going to leave 3 players alive. Make that 2 as Molly drops as well. 1 Jingo yet again in a 1v something situation. He's going to be spotted. It's going to be that's going to be a flawless round for Zygnus, and they take round number 4 in pretty convincing fashion, as we are all tied up. This is going to be the determining factor who's going to have the lead going into the side flips. I gotta say, Zygnus played and coordinated very well that round. They made the push over to the A site. They held in this little, I'm not even sure what you call this building, but multiple kills being health from that area.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, and I actually, what on earth? That was the, like, biggest 8 billion IQ grenade from Tatio. Chuck's, he sees Clay tuck into the corner outside of the door. He throws a grenade, it hits the inside of the door, then bounces off the other inside of the door, and lands right between Clay's legs. It was so bizarre to watch from Clay's perspective. I wish you could have got that one on camera, but it was just kind of one of those moments where Clay just looked down at the grenade before it killed him.
Yeah, that's one of those moments I hate I missed. Tio, one of those guys who is known for his nade placements as well as his gun skill. We're going to see the sides flip 3-2 in favor of the guys over at Zygnus. Skill with the bomb in hand, going to be on the opposite side of the staircase, going to be pushing out. Envoy going to be able to get the kill. Molly going to get a refrag as Esta goes down. Kimwax going to be traded as well. Irving going to pick one up on Veteran there. And we've got ourselves a 3-all as to Tio, or actually that's Envoy at a gunfight currently. He's got Jingo. Jingo's going to get the better of that trade. Nonetheless, Envoy is going to be able to take Clay down. Molly in a 1v2 scenario. Bomb is down. He's going to be pinched to Tio and Irving. That coordination coming in the clutch. They're going to win 4 rounds straight in a row. They might be able to get 5 here off of that momentum. That was a well-executed pinch play from the guys over at Zygnus.
Yeah, Zygnus definitely one of those teams that doesn't matter the game mode, doesn't matter the map. You have to take them seriously at all times, and obviously it's something that Arsenal have shown that they can definitely take the rounds, that they definitely have the gun skill, but like I said, Zygnus just a little bit more coordinated than a new roster. No matter how good AR have been playing, Zygnus have that time. And when you look at Search and Destroy is a very strategy-heavy map and a very teamwork-heavy map, especially, you know me, Verdict. I'm always that person that's like, don't discount assists. There's always going to be those players and viewers out there that are like, you know, the assist just means you weren't good enough to get the kill. But in Search and Destroy specifically, that assist can be the difference between life and death. And when you're in a game mode that you only have 1 life per round, they carry even more weight. And that is going to be another round going over to the side of Zygnus here. They now lead 5-3 or 5-2, and they are just a single round away from closing out a 2-0 victory over Arsenal, who I thought was going to put up a little bit better of a fight here, but, you know, again, at the end of the day, it is Zygnus Esports, and this is possibly one of the best teams that we see overall. It's kind of hard to compare them with Tribe, because obviously you have that whole region lock thing. We haven't really seen them on, like, a LAN, for example. So it's like one team always has the better ping, and that's the team that usually comes out on top that day. But you know, they're basically a #1 team at the end of the day.
They are. I've seen Zygnus win multiple Meseeks Sunday Showdown championships. They are no stranger to the semifinals, and they are very familiar with the finals format. So definitely expect this kind of performance from them. I just wanted, you know, this matchup left me wanting more from the guys over at Arsenal. These are guys that we've seen on separate rosters, as we've mentioned, and given the opportunity, have very high potential ceilings, as we do see a 3-5 scenario here in the Search and Destroy. There's obviously some chemistry they have. They're working together to make it better each day. We saw them take out NYSL in a best of 5. So they have the capability of beating top teams, just not the kind of performance, and it definitely could attribute to the ping issue, as you know, that's always going to be relevant, as we are not in a LAN situation at the moment. So, you know, it's kind of tough to decide if, you know, which team is better on which day because of that scenario. But given the opportunity, I feel like both of these teams are fair in LAN opportunities.
Oh, I would absolutely agree, and that's definitely something I'm looking forward to for the future of COD Mobile. Obviously, I've mentioned it a couple times, we're in that, like, weird gray area with COVID where it's like one day it looks like everything is getting good and that life is going back to normal, and then another day it's just like, man, there's this massive outbreak, you got to be careful. And for esports across the board, not just COD Mobile, that's a very big deciding factor on when we're going to be able to go back to doing live events, LAN events, when we're going to be able to do, your conventions, PAX, etc. So we kind of just got to play it by ear for now. Obviously, since we have Masters going on, that's a good sign that there's big things to come. And I would absolutely kill to see a Zygnus versus Tribe finals at a LAN.
Oh, bro, you and I both. That's a rivalry in its own. Imagine having them in person. That would be just like, I don't know. That'd be epic. I would pay to see a situation like that. Arsenal not going to be able to take this to a best of 3. They are going to be the losers here. Zygnus is going to be moving on, booking their one-way ticket to the semifinals. They will actually be playing the winners of Seminole and Zygnus Gaming. So they might be playing Zygnus versus Zygnus, possibly, as we're going to be gearing up for the semifinals to start. Before then, we're actually going to take a minute to hear a word from our sponsors. I'm going to take a minute to regroup and get myself together and get some water, because I literally got home, took a shower, jumped straight on the PC, cranked everything up, and I need a moment to myself, guys. Give me like
I got you.
Give me like 2 to 3 minutes, guys.
Short intermission, yeah?
Yep, let's do it.
Perfect.
Guys, we are back live with some more action. We're going to be back in the second round with the guys over at Seminole and Zigdis Gaming. Right now, working on getting a day slot for spectating, and we're going to go ahead and jump into the game number 2. As the winner of this matchup, we'll be moving on to play Zignis Esports. Right now, the I believe it's 1-0 in favor of Seminole. Don't quote me on that. I'm 100% sure now. Yes, Zygnus is down 1-0, so Seminole is in the lead. All they need is one more game. Not 100% sure what happened in the first game, but from what I'm reading, the boys over at Zygnus Gaming couldn't get 5 in the lobby. It said their VC wasn't working. Not 100% sure what's the situation. I don't even have to change my I don't even have to change my title that much. I just had to put Seminole in the mix. So it's I didn't even change it. I just put Seminole versus Zygnus because they're Zygnus technically. This is Zygnus Gaming. And Seminole is on match point, so we may not even be able to talk about them for too much longer. If that's the case, we'll see Zygnus Esports taking on Seminole in the semifinals of the best of 5. Who is looking forward to that?
I mean, I think the matchups from here on out just will get better naturally, just because obviously as you boil down to the last couple rounds of competition, even though this is a weekly thing, your best teams that entered are going to end up going off against each other. And, you know, I think that there's a lot of really big hype. I would expect, especially with Seminole having the first game lead over Zygnus Gaming here, you know, there's a lot of potential that we could, you know, see Seminole versus Zygnus here. And I think that would be a really good matchup just in the sense that, you know, hey, this is, again, a team full of players that just weren't old enough to make it into this season's Masters, Mobile Mayhem, whichever it may have been. So we're in a great place now to kind of see, here's some of that young talent versus, you know, current top team, pro team, you know what I mean? So definitely should be a fun one. Do you know, do you happen to have an update on anything going on over on Gil's channel?
Taking a look at it, it looks like it was the Tribe versus Operation 34 matchups, and it does look like Tribe actually moved on. So.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, Tribe, I just got. They are actually.
Big surprise.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it didn't. They actually 6-0'd Op 34 in the Search and Destroy. So what was a close matchup 2 weeks ago is no longer relevant, as they are going to be moving on to the semifinals. The best of 3 format panned out for the guys over at Tribe, as they were able to 2-0 Op 34. So we are going to get geared up for the second game of this matchup, which is going to be Search and Destroy on firing range. We're waiting on Forsaken. Come on, homie, get your act together. Let's go. Forsaken's no stranger to DeiNomine and myself. We play Cold War with him on the regular. Or actually played with him one time. I don't know if have you played with him?
Yeah, I was about to say the regular might be.
Well,
might
it
be a
seemed
stretch,
like the regular,
but...
bro. We were going back and forth. You know, he top fragged for a majority of the games,
For
and
every game.
we got carried. Well, yeah, yep. Even the
We
game
got
that I popped off.
massively carried.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. It was these kids, man. These kids are so sweaty nowadays.
Yeah, my eyes don't keep up like they used to.
No, definitely not, bro. Definitely not.
They keep up fine when spectating. Okay, I can spectate, but you cross in the playing and everything.
Oh yeah, that's too
and
much work, bro.
That's another story.
Like, I can click on a button and be fine,
story.
but then when it comes down to, you know, everything else, dude, these kids are just like, they're cracked, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we have Forsaken readied up and High's not ready. Isra Boy is not ready on the Zygnus Gaming side. There we go. Let's go. Game 2. We don't need to wait any longer. There we go. Oh, there we go. We got him. Search and Destroy on firing range. We'll see who is going to the semifinals.
Yeah, we will have to see. We are bouncing on into this game. Definitely going to be an exciting one, especially since Zygnus are going to have a 5th player for this matchup. Hopefully, they had a 5th player in the lobby. We're just waiting on him to hopefully load in. Is ideal.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Yep, there we go. All 5 players from both sides are in the lobby. Game is ready to start.
They're actually formerly a Zygnus player, actually, now that I think about it.
Who is that?
Bear?
Yes, he is.
He played for Zygnus Black.
He did. Who did he play for before then? That's my question, because that's where I started watching Bear. Bear was just an absolute beast. even when he was, I want to say it was like just one of
I
those
don't
teams
remember
that
off the top of my head.
performed mediocrely and never really like, you know, they're not as relevant as they are now or as they were then. Obviously, they're that or they're not even together. So, bomb's gonna go down rather early as we do see Bear actually being taken down. High gonna pick up two. Oh my God! And that is gonna leave Churro God all by his lonesome. Day old, absolutely, bro. He's like 2 years younger than I am. So yeah, we're both old.
Ancient,
Yeah, dude,
man.
we're boomers, bro.
Destroy the objective.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, well, this is definitely a different push than we saw at a Seminole last time. Obviously, they hard pushed A last time around. High, there's no way you didn't see the laser coming through that door, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened there, but it is gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. High for variety, it appears.
Five gonna come
well
through and take down
Bear with
Vague.
a big double.
Vague picking that bomb up, trying to get it down. Not gonna happen with Five. Five does get traded. Bear with these shots. That is like one of those OP little creek spots. Literally like a small crack on the backside of firing range. Bear able to get the sneak. That is going to be 2 rounds in a row for the guys over at Seminole as they are popping off at the moment. 2 straight rounds in a row. We're going to see how they fare round number 3. Bomb's going to be pushed A long. Oh, no, Bomb is actually in firing, or not firing range, but wood, as it is making its way over there.
Shot.
High popping off, and I'm missing it, bro. Imagine.
Yeah, he's going to miss a shot there. Going to miss another shot there. Pulls out the deagle, though, and gets the 2-tap. Teabagging his own teammate. You got to love it.
I was just about to say, I was like, bro,
win for Cygnus.
did his teammates sell him? Is that why he was so mad?
No, I think he just teabagged his teammate for dying. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what it felt like. Having watched the gunfights go on there, that was a you got pooped on, bro.
That
we'll have
terrible.
to see. Looks like Slothy picking up 1 kill before he gets picked up by Variety. 1-for-1 trade. Not going to really give anybody an advantage, but what will give an advantage is High. He's getting this bomb plant down. That's going to force Cygnus to play against the clock. They need to find a couple kills as well as a defuse in the next 40 seconds. And up against a roster like Seminole, that is no easy feat whatsoever. Bear going to round the corner, pick up a kill on the Variety there. 5 is going to get the return frag. High was looking for it, but 5 going to get the slide peek, going to get the kill. And now it is just Forsaken up against Churro God and Cygnus 5. Churro God is going to get the kill, and Churro God going to pick up that defuse, tying things up 2-2.
Yeah, that was a opportunity from a guy. Forsaken to clutch up, just did not pan out well for him, as A-Long was covered by 2 players. You know, in an area where you can pick off 1 by 1, it's a little easier to maintain the sight from that area. But when you got both players already there firing on you, it just makes it that much more difficult, regardless if he would have been able to get 1. I'm sure the other one would have gotten an opportunity to clean him up. Oh my God, 5 picks up 1. He's going to potentially pick up another. He picks up an assist and is taken out. Vague and Bear are going to be left on their own, and now it's just Vague, as Vague's going to be creeping around the map on the bottom side of 10. Trying not to get exposed here, as 4 players still alive for Cygnus Gaming. Gonna make it tough for him to get to this bomb, which is actually in the jungle side of the map. So I believe they're just gonna cover it up and make sure that he doesn't rotate in. Variety gonna spot him. Variety gonna pick up that kill, and now we are in a 3-2 scenario. Cygnus Gaming actually gonna be able to come back and take 3 rounds in a row, and the lead with that, as the sides are gonna flip. So roles are gonna flop in reverse here, as we do see the defense from Seminole. Cygnus Gaming back in this thing.
Yeah, still anybody's game as we move forward. Obviously, we do have the lead going over to Seminole. They were able to win the first round of this matchup off stream, so Just kind of keep that in mind. That's why we jumped into the search and destroy. However, I do believe Cygnus were down a player for that first matchup, so another important thing to consider. Vague is going to get the kill on to 5 there before getting traded out. Nars going to pick him up, and Slothy going to return. It is now Churro God, the lone member of Cygnus, in a 1 versus 1 against Forsaken. Can he find the kill?
No, he cannot.
Can't quite get it, and Forsaken going to clutch that one up for the team, tying things up 3-3.
Wow, that would have been an epic 1v3 scenario for Churro God. He definitely had the right angle, but you know the pre-fire on that back firing range kind of left him without any bullets. So he was super weak already, and Forsaken was able to clean up. Vague gonna pick up the first kill as he pulls out the KRM. Toxic, love it. 2 kills for Vague as the KRM, the gun of choice. Third, not gonna happen. Churro God gonna be there to shut him down, but he has done the damage. 2 players fall to him. As we're now in a 2v3 scenario. No, Forsaken says, forget that. We're ready to take this to another round with the lead as he lands the jump shot to clutch it up. They're going to be back in the lead 4-3 here as Seminole playing pretty flawless defense so far.
Yeah, absolutely seeming to be the case. And, you know, again, this Seminole roster is all underage players that the only reason that they're not on a Mobile Mayhem team competing is because of that age requirement. So these guys have all been there. In fact, I think every single one of these guys was on a team last season, with the exception of, actually I think Slothy and Hyde both were not on the team last season. But teams that have been, but they have been on teams repeatedly throughout Mobile Mayhem, so they have that experience. As far as I can tell, I think I only really recognize 5 and Churro God on the side of Cygnus. High with the Holger, just gonna straight wallbang a kill there.
Forsaken
Yep,
with those wallbang shots, not going to be able to land. He does take out one before he's traded. Israel Boy is going to be left in a 1v2 scenario. He gets one and is instantly traded. Slothy comes through in the cleanup. 5-3 match point in favor of Seminole. And I'm reading in Discord that I wish we would have been able to jump in this match. The NYSL Mayhem and Leavendy matchup only went to 2 games. Leavendy does move on as the victor, so Leavendy taking down Mayhem this week in the second round.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I would say Mayhem not doing so hot this season so far. But we'll have to see as we move on. Obviously, we weren't in that game, so we can't really say what happened for that matchup, but I can tell you what's going on right now. This is Seminole just, I mean, kind of honestly mad disrespecting Cygnus here. I mean, the amount of just Holger wallbanging going on is pretty hilarious. High rounded the corner there, shooting a body, and still got a kill on the person that was shooting him first, and that's going to be a 6-3 win for the side of Seminole, just the better team here today. Slothy was not in Tribe last season. I can tell you that right now, Classic Boy. I can tell you he was not because he was banned last season. So
literally, his name was
for him
banned
to be on the roster.
MM.
Yes.
Yeah.
I may be old, but I got that one covered.
Got that one covered indeed.
My memory doesn't work that well, but I can remember last season. Okay? Okay.
Game number 2, again, going in favor of the guys over at Seminole. They are going to be booking their one-way ticket to the semifinals to take on Cygnus Esports. So we had, we'll call this team Cygnus Gaming, because that's what they enrolled in. I was going to say Cygnus Junior, but obviously that's kind of mad disrespectful, so I rethought that situation. If I'm not mistaken, these are a group of players who are underage as well. 5, I know for a fact, is less than 18. So I would think it is safe to assume that they might be the underage roster for Cygnus. So I'll get that verified first before I make that claim. But I based off the fact that 5's in the roster, I would say that is the case. Nonetheless, Seminole going to be moving on to face another Zygnus team here in the semifinals, guys. We got action coming up. High popped off this past game, 9-6. We saw him pick up that last kill, and the body shooting ensued. Definitely going to be a decent matchup here going into this semifinals format. Best of 5 against the likes of Zygnus Esports, bro. Let's go. Taking a look at the brackets too, as I'm taking a look. Tribe taking on 11D in the semifinals on the opposite side, which is going to be aired on the Gilmania channel. Our channel is going to host the Zygnus Esports and Seminole matchup. So Seminole taking out Truth or Explicit in the first round, as that was actually our first game of the stream, as well as Zygnus Gaming. Zygnus Esports taking out Rain in the first round on the behalf of a DQ from Forfeit, and they took out Arsenal in a best of 3 in 2 games. So pretty stout matchup on the opposite side of the map, or the bracket. Tribe takes down Obsidian and Operation 34 in 2 games. 11D takes down F4 and NYSL Mayhem in 2 games. So they are sounding like they are back to the old 11D, am I right?
Definitely could be the case. But again, I mean, it's unfortunately we weren't there to watch the matchup, because that's actually, I think, one of the kind of like quote rivalries from last season that I had mentioned on Thursday's Mobile Mayhem is, it sucks that we're not going to get to see the Zygnuses versus Tribe and 11T versus Mayhem. And then boom, here we are, Meseeks Sunday Showdown. We have the 11T versus Mayhem, and it's off stream. And
we dropped the ball
I'm
there.
a little heartbroken.
You know what? B is too, because she mentioned it in Discord, and I hate that we didn't, get pushed towards that matchup, because I would have loved to see some, Mayhem at 11E regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll always be one of those really, really strong matchups, at least in my opinion. So, I'm hoping we'll see it on stream again someday. Especially with 11T obviously playing to their best currently, and looks like 5 says this is Zygnus' second LATAM team, and he was just subbing in. Gotcha.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What is also going to make sense is the best of 5 here in this semifinal format. We are going to be playing best of 5 here in the semifinals and the finals. The finals are actually up to the 2 teams that are playing in it. So if they want to play in a best of 7, they can play in a best of 7. If they don't, they want to play best of 5, we'll see a best of 5. So they have the choice to select. I'm not sure how that process works. I'm assuming they have to get consent from both teams. Otherwise, it would just be a best of 5. I'll get map rotations and everything for us moving forward, but from the looks of it, well, actually, we're just still on the same game from last, the Search and Destroy on Firing Range. So as soon as we get everything up to date, we will let you guys know. This is the Meseeks Sunday Showdown semifinals, sponsored by HyperX, Trovo, Juju Energy, and SXE Figure Sleeve. Make sure you guys use code Meseeks at checkout for that fat 10% discount. That's right, guys. SXE and Juju both offer that code Meseeks discount at checkout. I've enjoyed my Juju. It's a great gaming solution for you guys who are looking to get cracked like some of these guys. Even with the gaming feel, bro, it definitely gives me the edge, but I'm still nowhere near the likes of, Forsaken or some of these guys. Man, it's like, they're just built differently, bro. I know they're younger and whatnot, but even at that age, I don't know if I would have been able to compete with them.
Yeah, definitely a difficult kind of way to compare yourself, right? Like, not only are they younger and kind of like at that age where, like, when me and you were gaming, we were like at our prime, your reaction speed was good, your your coordination between your eyes and your hands was probably a bit better. But I think overall, like the attitude towards gaming, like especially the industry as a whole, right? Because when you and I were a lot of kind of some of these players that are like 16, 17, 18, back when we were their age, the gaming scene, like if you were like, yeah, I'm going to be a professional gamer or I'm going to be a broadcaster, that wasn't something that like people took seriously.
No.
So the just the overall like tone and capability, as well as how many games nowadays have esports, because there was professional COD when I was younger, but that was like the one of the small handful. There was like COD, Dota, and Halo. Okay,
Exactly.
The rest of it was all like kind of startup stuff. At least in comparison to what it is now. So definitely an exciting time for the gaming scene, and definitely excited to jump into this main Zygnus roster versus Seminole, as obviously we just saw Seminole defeat what is like essentially the equivalent of like the sister team.
I'm super excited to jump in this matchup too, as I just saw Kim Wax and Tatio came through with the massive raids. I appreciate you guys. Good luck to you guys in the semifinals. Their second team. I don't know. Maybe the sister team we can call like that. People nowadays get so butthurt if it's not absolutely proper.
Cancel me.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. But back to your point, back when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, bro, it was like it was not something that it was not as, what's the word?
Yo, if you told somebody,
Yeah, I'm going to be a COD pro one day, they would laugh in your
12
face.
years ago,
Yeah.
12 years ago, if you were like, yeah, tonight I'm casting a Call of Duty tournament, someone would,
yeah.
they'd laugh at you and they'd be like, you're doing what?
Yeah,
but
yeah. It wasn't
yeah,
as
definitely
encouraged. Now
right.
back then, if you were playing video games, they were like, "Oh, well, you're just lazy," and they just put you into this one category. I played sports. I played every sport that was available. I wrestled.
I played in the Little League World Series back in 2005, homie. I
get
feel
out of
ya.
here, bro! No cap.
Absolutely. Yep.
Get out of here.
Owensboro, Kentucky.
That's what's up.
Yep. Back when I was younger, that's what I did. Played some Call of Duty on the rainy days. A couple years after that, when the scene grew a little bit more, I played as a sub for essentially the team that went on to be Complexity. And then, I'm gonna be honest, I was not good enough to be on that roster, and they were just eventually like, "Yeah, we gotta let you go." And I was like, "Dude, I get it.
Maybe
I get it.
another day.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey,
I get it.
You got the experience. You've been there. You've done that. You've got the feel. You can speak from experience. Me, I was not so fortunate. I just so happened to be, in the scene at the right time, and it just kind of panned out. So, everything for me has just been kind of like, what I've seen around, the esports and how it's, grown since I've been a part of it. So, I feel like I bring a certain aspect to the game, a different, outlook, maybe not as experienced as yours per se. You're very analytical. Me, I don't know. I kind of just fit in where I get in, I guess. Definitely could have used some of that pro experience though, bro. That sounds pretty dope.
Envoy coming through with a giant raid as well.
Envoy.
Thank you to Tio, and thank you, Envoy, for the raids. Man, look at Verdict rocking it right now. 242 viewers here.
Let's go.
For the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Great turnout from you guys. 5, we see your comment about rewatching the VOD for the NYSL 11T game. I'm definitely going to do that. I actually have it already pulled open in another tab, so I'm pretty excited for that one. Because 11T is another one of those teams that I was a big fan of. I've always been a fan of UG as well as Wiro for 11T, so Definitely a match that I'm going to watch. Obviously, I like all the guys over at NYSL Mayhem too, so hoping we'll at least get to see a exciting 2-0 victory for 11T over there.
Try to still get the best of 5 format. Looks like we're going to be starting up on Hardpoint Summit, as we are in a lobby with a mod I'm not 100% familiar with. So I'm going to message and see if we can get those rotations for us. But, you know, without even holding back, I do see that Hardpoint Summit to be the first map for you guys coming through. Big, massive raids from the guys over at Zygnus. Good luck to you guys here in the semifinals, as I was just telling to Tio and Kimwax, who came through with the raid. We just had Envoy raid, bro. You guys are doing the most right now. 348 viewers, guys, winning. Absolutely love it, guys. Hope your guys' team, whoever you're rooting for, wins. Obviously, I'm expecting this to go to at least to a Game 4. And before we can even look and do some research, I'm actually going to go ahead and start this first game. So, Hardpoint Summit. This is the only map and this is the only mode that this map is playable on, in my opinion. I just don't see it being competitive in any other aspect. I know domination can get sweaty, but let's be real. The sides flip too often. Everything is just, it's haywire. It's absolute mayhem.
Yeah, can confirm, Verdict hates this map. He says Hardpoint's okay on it, but he secretly hates that too.
It's getting to that point. It's definitely getting to that point.
Yeah, we're off to a big start, and definitely see some Fenix in the lobby so far, as well as I believe I saw some Holger action loaded up a little bit ago as well. We do have Envoy with the Bison out, so a little bit longer range SMG. But overall, man, we have 8 Fenix, 1 Holger, and 1 Bison. Fennec apparently OP. I knew it was good.
Oh, on a map like this, where you're literally liable to spawn like within 10 feet of your opponent, I would assume that the Fennec is just an absolutely OP option. Kimwax popping off right now as they pick up 5th, 6th. Oh my, the Fennec is a beam, and a last-second break is going to allow the boys over at Zygnus to rack up 1 point total. P2 transitions not very far from P1. As you can see, S-Thug and Tatio already making their way there. Forsaken up top with top control. Oh my, Kimwax picks up 3 in the feed. I think actually S-Thug might have gotten 1 down, but that's tough. Seminole right now playing pretty dominant.
Yeah, Seminole absolutely a team that the best of the best cannot sleep on. These guys, several of them have come off of the Tribe roster, or off of the Zygnus roster, or off of previous Nova rosters, and they all have the talent to be here and compete, and you know, could potentially come through with an upset here over Zygnus. We'll have to see. Right now, they have about a 20-point lead, but that's dwindling a little bit as Zygnus are on point. But this is turning out to be a solid game so far.
S-Thug picks up 2 in the point. Very solid indeed, as the last few seconds the nade comes through and is not going to be able to completely rack up most of those points. Zygnus still very much so in this. S-Thug going to be able to pick up his sentry gun, prevent the rotations over. That's an interesting spot for a sentry gun, as we do see. It's like right there on that B connector. All you have to do is be on the backside, like the catwalk area, P2 area, and you can beam it. Nonetheless, Seminole is going to be able to take it down. But the damage is going to be done. Zygnus is going to be able to rack up some points. They're going to take the lead. Will it be short-lived? Oh my god, what did S-Thug get a Goliath? What the hell?
S-Thug, definitely one of those great players. He's been Rookie of the Split. He's been MVP of the Split. He, I believe, has the existing kill record for all of Mumble Mayhem. So that was on Hackney Yard Hardpoint, but you know, definitely a player who has the skill and can put the big numbers up there. Obviously, that's one of his games right now, and what was a 20 or so point lead for the side of Seminole has quickly turned around and is now a 40-plus point lead for the side of Zygnus. Kimwax sitting at 14-8, Tatio 13-11, S-Thug 14-14. Irving and Envoy, however, struggling quite a bit at 5-14 and 4-10 respectively. I am gonna hop over to Kimwax and check out what we got going on over here, because the man is absolutely frying. As I say that, he rounds the corner into the sights of Vague, who picks up a quad kill for the team. And that might be enough for Seminole to make the break on this P4 rotation here.
They have indeed, as 30 seconds are left. They had the initial hold. Zygnus actually able to get the early retake. Power shift going to go right back in the hands of Seminole now, as it's about a 15-point lead and decreasing, as Zygnus losing a little bit of grasp. As I was talking about how well Seminole was doing, Zygnus just like momentum shift, like on point. They took P3. They racked up a ton of points there. We're able to rack up some points here in P4 as we see P1 transitions being made. Zygnus trying to make some top control come through. Might happen here as Vague's actually going to be last one alive. Everyone, oh no, Slothy is there, but is not going to be able to contest or even get some top control as he is instantly taken down. Vague going to be taken down. Forsaken going to get a trade. It is chaos here. As I said, this map is very small. Definitely allows for a lot of interactions, as Forsaken picks up a nice 2-kill, pulls the Hunter Killer drone, and 3 players going to be ciphering into the staircase. He's going to be beamed. So, you know, anything can happen here in game 1. So far, it's looking like Zygnus might be able to pull a little bit of the advantage. 20-point lead and counting, as Seminole actually comes through with a retake, and Zygnus back on the point.
Yeah, Zygnus looking to extend their lead once again. They're obviously not as far ahead as they probably would like to be, especially as they had a 50-some point lead earlier. But they're at about a 30-point lead. We're rotating over to P2 here shortly. And both of these teams are within a single good hardpoint hold of picking up the win. Again, not just my bias towards being a Zygnus fan, but also just overall, I think Zygnus have a pretty distinct edge when it comes to team synergy, just because this is a roster that has been together for the most part at its core, several seasons. I mean, Tatio, Envoy, Kimwax, Irving, I mean, to some extent, these players have been on the same team for 4 or 5 seasons now. S-Thug is a recent pickup. I think Irving is been playing more, so building up more of that synergy, but he has been with them for a couple seasons. And obviously Tatio, one of the greatest players in COD Mobile, flat out.
Oh, big facts.
Yeah, so no surprise here that it looks like Zygnus are going to come through with the win, 149-150 to 117 win for Zygnus. Very well played, however, by Seminole. In fact, they did have the lead quite early on, so hopefully they'll come through with Search and Destroy. This is another one of those matchups that I would love to see go past we're in best of 5 now, so I'd love to see it go past the game 3. But I have to say, I think Zygnus probably going to start walking away with this one.
Yeah, they're looking pretty stout right now. Game number 1 didn't start off in their favor, but as you know, I mentioned the fact that Seminole was popping off. Zygnus just, I don't know, it was like caster curse at its highest extent. Zygnus momentum shift like at the drop of a dime. P2, that latter back end portion of P2 to P3 transitions were just so kind, as they were able to rack up a ton of points at a little bit of a lead. P4 was just as good. I think they got at least 25 to 30 seconds on the point before they were taken out. So Seminole was definitely playing on the ropes towards the back end of P4. They were already at a 20-point deficit. The guys over at Zygnus just were not having it in P1. They were not allowing Seminole to even contest. So a very well played first game by both teams. Obviously, Zygnus takes it 150 to 117. This is definitely one of those matchups that I want to see go to at least a game number 4. I predicted it to go to game number 4. I need to go to a game number 4, and if it does, obviously we started off on Hardpoint Summit. Next matchup, we're going to see S&D Takeoff. God, Domination Crossfire. Good Hardpoint Standoff. That's a little bit more back to earth. And an S&D Hackney if we go to a Game 5. So I'm looking forward to a Hardpoint Standoff if we get it.
Yeah, definitely one of the better maps and modes. I think both of us will agree on that one. We will have to see as we move on if we're going to make it that far, because again, this is Zygnus Esports, and this is a team that
Destroy the objective.
has every bit of what it takes to be the best team. And we are off into the game. Search and Destroy is underway. No first blood yet, but we do have a couple snipers in hand. I think absolutely no surprise that we have High with Sniper in his hand. Obviously, we have S-Thug sniping for the side of Zygnus as well. DLQ in hand, and that's not something that we see too often whatsoever, even when we do see snipers. It's quite often the Locust that we see, so I don't know if that's something just this update. In fact, High has the Locust out himself, so
And so does
I don't know.
Bear.
Maybe it's preference. I couldn't tell you, but Zygnus S-Thug rocking the DLQ.
Yeah, as you said, that High and Bear are both alive. They both have Locusts as their mains. Looks like Bear was able to pick up a Bison off the ground, so definitely going to make great use of that as these two players left alone. Obviously, this is a bigger map, but it's definitely not one of those maps that you can, finesse your way into a 2v3 scenario with a sniper in hand. Definitely good to have that Bison ready and on
Well,
point.
especially since we have a little bit more range to this map than we do on Summit. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Summit, we were mentioning, we had the 8 Fennecs on board, and
facts.
those close quarters kill rates on the Fennec are just too good to deny. But when you're on a map that has a little bit more range potential, the Bison is definitely superior. Just has a better kill time and better kill consistency at range. But it does look like we're going to have High. He was going for the plant, but a frag is going to come in and hit him. Not quite enough to take him down, but S-Thug is going to find the snipe. That's going to leave Bear, who's now down. I don't know about the going for the plant there, but
I don't think it was any other choice, man. There was like 7 seconds left when he picked that bomb up. He had no other play.
Man, I don't know. I'm aiming for the kill at that point.
Yeah, this is true, but then you got to put yourself in a position to be, in a winnable situation for the game, or you're playing for KD. So either way, I think he was damned if he did and damned if he didn't.
Probably.
Went for the kill, he gets it, that's
case.
good, but you really didn't do your team a favor by trying to get that bomb down. 1 round in favor of the guys over at Zygnus. They take game number 1. They've taken the search and destroy so far. 2 players drop really early as Kimwax, just an absolute violator, comes through to Tio, takes down High, and now we're in a 2v5 scenario. This is exactly what you don't want if you were the guys over at Seminole. The good thing is Bear and Forsaken are still alive. That's a great thing to say. Obviously, any 2 players alive for Seminole would be a great situation, but as I say that, Bear gets dropped, and it does look like Forsaken is possibly AFK.
Could possibly be the case. Well, it looks like he is back now, and could have just had to look away for a second. But Zygnus, they're in the lead right now, and that's certainly looking like this round is probably going to go over to their favor. I mean, if you were going to believe in someone to 4v1 clutch, Forsaken would definitely be one of them. But up against a team like Zygnus, a 4-man clutch is going to be damn near unheard of, and sure enough, it is going to be Irving picking up the kill there. 2-round lead now for the side of Zygnus, who are looking strong.
Yes, indeed. As I'm taking a look at the stats so far, Kimwax, not the guy you want to run across in this map so far. 4-0. If you're Seminole, you avoid him at all costs. He is on a rampage. Just an absolute monster so far. High, yet again, going to pick up the bomb. Bear going to get the opening frag. That's interesting. That is going to open the door for the guys over at Seminole to make the back alley push towards, looks like they want A, ultimately. As we saw the bomb plant come through unsuccessfully, it's obviously an area where you're going to have a lot of traffic. You're going to have a lot of eyes on you. You're not going to get that bomb plant down successfully. Tio going to be one shot. Going to be forced back into his back spawn building. Vague going to be there. Jump shots come through. Vague gets taken down. And as I say that, Kimwax, another kill on the board. 5 kills for him as he is yet to be taken down. We are going to see, oh my god, Slothy eats a few bullets, and we'll see you next round. Forsaken and Bear again left in a 2v something situation. This time it's a 2v3. We'll see how they fare as Forsaken's actually a bit weak. He's going to retreat back in the building, not going to get contested again. Bear going to be pushing up the staircase. That was a wrong one, my friend. It's a Tio right there to answer the door. As 3v1 scenario, Forsaken going to be spotted.
Ooh.
Tio going to pick up that last kill. That is tough. As Seminole is down 3-0 in a search and destroy.
Yeah, it looked like Forsaken went for the challenge on Envoy there. Didn't realize that Tio was still up top, and I don't know. It kind of looked like he hesitated when he went for that quick scope. He kind of was like right in the middle of him and started scoping in, and definitely felt like one of those which one do I shoot moments, and unfortunately for him it's not gonna work out. There's a couple trades coming back and forth. Does look like Slothy gonna pick up a kill onto Envoy there, but Kimwax with a big double for his team. Forsaken gonna get the return frag, and that is actually gonna give Seminole a little bit of a player advantage here. Slothy and Forsaken gonna get the kill onto Irving there, and that's what I'm saying. Those assists are so incredibly useful, especially in Search and Destroy. I think if Slothy wasn't there to pick up that kill, that was probably a dead Forsaken. So definitely a big round for the side of Seminole.
Definitely a big round, and I gotta applaud. I believe it was Vague and Forsaken left alive. Maybe it was High and Forsaken. I'm not for sure, but they played the defense so very well together. They knew S-Thug's location, and they could not help but play together as they were literally right next to each other. They didn't stack up, which was great. S-Thug with the DLQ in hand wasn't able to get the shots to land. And 2 players shooting against 1. Obviously, the 2-1 scenario just never going to go in favor. 3 players drop early as Tio picks up 2 big frags. Slothy going to be there to take down Irving. Tio, S-Thug, High, and Forsaken going to be left in a 2v2 scenario. Bomb is in the hands of High. He's going to go ahead and plant that sucker. No way. S-Thug with the denial.
Finish the mission.
Takes down Forsaken. And Slothy, I thought he actually got taken out early, but I guess he wasn't. So I guess he took the shots onto the bomb site, and Forsaken tried to retreat and just didn't pan out.
Yeah, definitely appeared to be the case. And overall, just a really fantastic match between these 2 teams. Even though it is, again, looking to be a pretty decisive Zygnus lead currently. I definitely can't complain too much because, again, you look at Zygnus and, hey, this is a roster that has stuck together for quite a long period of time, so they have that higher degree of natural synergy when it comes to this matchup, I would say. Whereas Seminole, these are all absolutely phenomenal players. We have actually seen several of them on the same team as each other before, but this is within itself a pretty fresh roster still. So I think there's a lot of room for Seminole to grow, and I think actually most of them are pretty close to the age requirement as well, as far as like a Masters or Mobile Mayhem setting goes. I know at least Vague, Bear, and Forsaken, I think, are 17.
I believe so.
Yeah. I think High is a little bit younger, so that is
God, that just worries the future generations, man. High is I don't believe he's 17 either. I think he's a little younger. But is just such a I mean, I remember wasn't he like a shotgun main at one point?
As far as I remember, I've pretty much always seen him snipe.
Always seen him
but
snipe,
he is very good and very
You know who I'm thinking of?
at it.
I'm thinking of Mike.
Yep.
Where is he at? Where has Mike been?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen him for quite a while, actually.
That's crazy. I remember, didn't Mike, High, and Vague play on a team together at one point?
Yep. I actually think Arsenal. Arsenal / Hammers.
That's wild.
Yeah, so. I don't know. Maybe one of the people in chat knows what's up with Mike, and maybe they can let us know, but We are getting into possibly the last round of Search and Destroy here between Zygnus and Seminole. No first blood yet, but it does appear that once again Forsaken may be AFK or temporarily disconnected. Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm so glad there's not Akimbo Renettis in this game.
You and I both.
Or AMP-40s.
Oh my god, that gun is so... Fully automatic pistols? Dude, they need to take that out of Cold War. Just ridiculous. Oh my god, Bear with the shots on Kim Wax. If as a player you need to get the cheeky snipe on, it's definitely him. He is a force to be reckoned with here in this Search and Destroy. 10-3.
Oh, he's been having a heck of a day overall today.
Oh, he has. Big facts. 10-3, carried in the hard point as well. They gonna take down one in S-Thug. They gonna be traded. Forsaken and High gonna be left all on their lonesome. Forsaken actually gets the shots to land on Envoy, and now it's an even 2-2 spread. Irving and Tatio circling the bomb here. We do see Tatio collected and are going to be making their way back towards this A building, where High is on the opposite side, waiting for the push. Actually going to be retreating back, getting better positioning now, as Forsaken going to be making his way there, checking and peeking every corner. Bomb is in the hands of Tatio. He's going to go ahead and get it down, and that should reduce the clock if he does not get interrupted. I'm assuming he's not. The Holger's not going to beam from that far, right?
Yeah, it is all up to High now, who's 2-5 in this matchup, and not quite going to find any sort of bullet to connect there. It is going to be a Zygnus 6-1 lead. Is that what I saw, or was it 6-2? Either way, very, very dominant Zygnus performance. 6-1, as you mentioned. Obviously, Kim Wax absolutely killing it. 10-3 to Tio, 11-3. You look at the rest of the team, and you look at Irving 5-5, S-Thug 4-5, Envoy 2-5, and it's definitely hard to complain, right? Because so many kills got soaked up between Tio and Kim Wax. Let's see, 7 rounds on the board, so what, 42 total possibilities, I think?
That is right. That sounds about right. 6 times 7 is 42. Math is on point.
Assuming every round was by kill out, so pretty solid performance. Tio and Kim Wax totaling up to exactly half of that.
That's crazy.
21. So.
Yeah, 21. You stupid. No, definitely one of those games that it got out of hand early, and the boys over at Seminole were just not able to get back into it. So I don't know if it was due to the fact that Forsaken was AFK for a little while. So I'm taking a look at my lighting, dude. Everything is just so bright. There we go. That's much better. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but it definitely didn't help. So I know there were points where I would swap over to him, and he was just not moving at all. So I'm not sure what he's got going on, but definitely going to need to see full 100% participation here in game number 3. Domination Crossfire is just one of those maps that, if it gets out of hand, it'll stay out of hand. And it's almost impossible to keep a triple cap because it's so big. So we'll see if Seminole will be able to rise to the occasion, or if Zygnus will book their first round ticket to the finals here. And we're getting geared up for game number 3. This could be the last one of this matchup.
Yeah, so far Zygnus looking great, but I mean this is the team that looks great season after season, all the way back from when I first started casting here in COD Mobile. I believe they were under the name Infinex at the time, and then Nativos Latinos, and now here they are under the Zygnus tag, and they're a team that is pretty consistently at the top. First season that we saw them definitely had some consistency issues, but it has been all a big climb from them ever since. So that's one of the reasons that they've been one of my favorite teams to watch. And right now, Seminole actually out of the gate with about a half, or maybe even just a little over a third progress on B. And it looks like they are going to get in and get that finish up. So this could potentially be the game that we see Seminole push us into a game 3 or game 4 would be ideal. But I mean, I do think that they also just have strong side right now. So this is definitely a lead you would expect them to have, and if they're not able to have a lead in this first half, then I don't see a lot of success for them coming in round 2.
Yeah, I don't either. C is obviously going to be closer to B. Everybody knows you have the C side. It's pretty easy to maintain B. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible for a team to get the B break. We've seen it before, but usually it leads to like a B-C cap. So if you get that flip to come through, that'd be ideal if you're Zygnus. But if you are Seminole, you are fighting for everything against that. So can't invest too much at B, can't invest too little over at C. So a perfect balance would be maybe 1 to 2 players like peeking the mid side of the map. Regardless if it be like the deli area, bakery, whatever you want to call it. And then the other 3 players either in this middle building or on the site directly. I see Bolu usually holds that little trash can area and does a almost, you know, impenetrable B hold. So it's like he holds that little trash can right there that we just see in the glimpse where Hyde just got taken out. And he just like abuses kids there. So
oh, absolutely.
Zygnus at the moment has a very decent kill advantage. They just picked up and wiped the entirety of the Seminole roster, and they are going to get an easy B cap to go along with it. So a well-balanced first half so far for the guys over at Zygnus as they are trying to get the C site, as I see 3 players on it.
Yeah, it looks to be the case, and Seminole at least have been able to maintain B long enough to develop a pretty sizable lead, even with the B cap going over in favor of Zygnus now. They're going to go into the second half. Well, let's see, we've got 30 to 10, so they'll have a 20-ish point lead going into the second half, and it's not super comfortable, especially knowing that Zygnus are going to be out of the gate on C side, but you know, maybe they're able to minimize their losses in the second half. Maybe they get an early flip. Would be ideal for Seminole, because again, I'm all for Game 4 in this matchup. So, you know, as much of a Zygnus fan as I am absolutely straight cheering for Seminole right now.
I got to agree with you, as this matchup has potential to be a great one. I just can't foresee it happening after that first half performance. I'm not saying that Seminole didn't play, you know, to their advantages. I'm just saying a 12-point advantage going into the half. You're going to need a miracle to keep these guys off B, and, you know, if you're lucky, get the early C flip. It does look like they're going to invest 4 players going down the stairs all the way to that B site. They are going to go for the contest. They're not going to go for the flip. I've seen a lot of teams go for the flip off the bat and just kind of just flop. They're going to use their operators to their advantage, but needless to say, Esta going to be right there to answer, as well as Tatio with the, oh my, Tatio with the precision and the, oh man, the sentry gun got taken out. That's tough. Esta had a sentry gun that was about to be well placed, is going to be taken out well before its prime. But the B cap is going to come through regardless. So that is an early cap for Zygnus. This is exactly where you want to be at if you are them. Seminole, you are fighting to get out of your spawn right now. That's not the opportunity for you to take us to a game 4, man. Gonna need to see that improvement here. We're gonna need to see a complete turnaround going into the second half here.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna be in the need for just honestly a spawn flip from the side of Seminole. I mean, I think at this point, your best bet is not even necessarily go for the B cap. Just straight get out of your spawn, try to get that C anchor, and that's the way you're going to win this second half, because the lead that they had, the 20-point lead, is now dwindled. It's literally a tie game as of like this game tick. So, if Seminole aren't able to get a flip onto C, then this is very likely going to be Zygnus just closing out on a 3-0 victory, which, I mean, again, it's kind of expected when you look at the fact that this is Zygnus, but it does look like we could possibly... We've got one in for the side of Seminole. Unable to get the hold, though, and it is going to be Forsaken making his rotation over that way, and looks like Seminole maybe have just given up the C cap, and may just be looking to fight B. And I don't know, man. That's a challenge. That is a challenge to just straight ego push for B without the C flag.
That is, but you know, as I said, you can go for the B cap as long as it, you know, as long as it is accompanied by a C flip. That is the ideal goal. We saw it from Zygnus early on, but they did not. The guys over at Seminoles did not have the map control that Zygnus had in the first half in order to make that happen. We saw the B cap come through. They had 3 strong on there, but they were almost instantly taken out. And we're gonna have 1 player left. Forsaken gonna be there to defend the B site. Slothy going to take some shots. He's going to be taken down, and that's going to do it. The B site is going to be flipped back in the favor of the guys over at Zygnus, but it is halted. Vey going to be there to prevent it for the time being, but the inevitable comes through as Envoy is accompanied by 1 more player. That was S-Thug, and Envoy going to be taken down. We're going to have 2 players on the hill. Now, like I said, you can cap the B site. That's cool, but you don't have the map control that you need to maintain it. And that is what we're talking about here, as we do see S-Thug come through and clears out Delhi. B-side is going to be recovered. Zygnus looking pretty fair to take the series in 3.
Yeah, it seems to be the case, and really the strong point of C here is that there's nothing really between you and the B flag. I know you were mentioning just in like time to get there, and the reason being is you can go straight through the buildings to B from C side spawns. But if you have A side spawns, you kind of have to go around the buildings to get over to the B flag, and there's a lot more setup potential on the C side spawn, and that's one of those just kind of map details that, you know, again, maybe if we saw Seminole get a break over to C, they hold B a little bit longer with the C cap, maybe they come through with a slight lead here, because that was a really close domination. But in the end, it is going to be a win going over to the side of Zygnus with a pretty strong performance coming out of S-Thug. 22-11 with 6 flag caps. So great plays coming out of him. He was the most positive on the team. He did tie for top frag with Envoy with 22 kills, but Envoy did have 14 deaths. Looking over at the opposition, the only player that we had not go negative was Slothy, who finished that game at 22-22. Next closest was Bear at 19-20. And the top flag caps was Vague with 6 as well, so tying up S-Thug on that captures there. And really great game between these 2 teams, but I can't lie, I'm not shocked that Zygnus are the ones coming out on top here.
Yeah, they had a very, needless to say, lopsided search and destroy game, followed up with a very decent domination game. It was close, but let's just be real. The map control was there for Zygnus. They maintained order in the first half. They didn't let the lead get out of hand. They didn't have, you know, that opportunity where Seminole just ran away with it. They fought back. They were able to get the flip in the first half, which was a huge advantage. In the second half, all they had to do was sit back and hold C and B, and they did a pretty good job at it. They gave up B 1 or 2 times, almost the second time, but you know, without that C site, it is almost impossible to maintain B, as you were mentioning the spawns. The hard point, it was very close too. Even though Seminole started off with a early advantage, Zygnus at the flip of a switch were able to take the momentum away and take game number 1, 2, and 3. And they are going to be moving on to the final. Seminole was hoping to see a game 4, but nonetheless, GG's to those guys. We hope to see you guys back next week. Mad respect for Bear, Slothy, Vague, and Forsaken and High. Looking forward to you guys next week. Zygnus, it's your time to shine as we're getting geared up for the finals. I'm looking over on Gil's channel, trying to figure out what the situation is there. I'm thinking that they're only in the search and destroy, so we actually might be spectating. Nope, they're in the domination, and I'm not sure what the score is.
Segundo.
We'll get the score and get it pulled up on stream for you guys to spectate, as we are going to be able to spectate my guy Gil for the time being until we get ready for the finals, which will be held on my channel. So as I'm getting that prepared, I'm taking a look at the brackets, man. It was a tough Man, we had Mayhem, we had Tribe, we had Arsenal. We had pretty much every top-tier team in the lobbies tonight for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Definitely a great turnout. 3-0 in favor of Zygnus in the semifinals was not optimal, but you can't prevent the inevitable. Zygnus just too OP today.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just gonna be the case, and you know, it's a little unfortunate at times that again, the big thing to me is not necessarily who won between NYSL and 11T, but that is a matchup that that one needed to be on stream, you know. So I believe it's Zia. So Zia ended up streaming that game since it was off stream for us, and I'm definitely gonna have to watch that one back later because that's one of those matchups I've been looking. Zai, sorry, who did I say? Zia.
Zia, yeah.
I meant Zai. Zai. Yeah.
Zia plays for XRK.
Yeah, I meant Zai. That's my fault. I even have the tab open and was looking right at it and still said Zia. I don't. Yeah. It's one of those days, man.
I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you.
I imagine we have Tribe coming through up against Zygnus here.
I'm assuming so, as I'm looking at the triple cap come through for 11D. Actually, they might be able to take this game 3.
That would be a pretty interesting turnout. I'm actually getting Gilmanias pulled up right now, so we'll have to see. Yeah, 11T seemingly in a pretty good spot right now. They're, sitting up 35 points right now?
They are, and I'm trying to get stream to pop up. I'm trying to get Trovo on my page, but I'm having the hardest time, bro. Like I said, it's been one of those days.
Yeah, I know you were racing just to get back here in time.
Bro,
so
I didn't even think I was going to make it back. It's a miracle that I am here. But, you know, at the same time, it could have been on better terms.
Hey, sometimes that's how work goes, man. That's just it sometimes. But this would be a pretty sizable upset if, at least in my opinion, a sizable upset for 11T to come through with a victory over Tribe here. Triple cap not quite coming through for Tribe there. It looks like they were trying to go for it, and I don't necessarily know if they're in triple cap territory yet. Let me look. 30, and I think they actually might be just barely in triple cap territory. So definitely look for Tribe to put the pressure forward here. It does look like triple cap's going to come through. You don't need long, but they definitely need to hold this for a couple seconds. Looks like it is going to pan out for them right now. A little bit of A progress coming through from the side of 11T, but let's see. I think, yeah, we're officially back into double cap territory for the side of Tribe, if my calculation. Oh, no! That's a big feels bad for 11T there. They were in the lead, and the feed has just been non-stop Tribe basically since we jumped into the spectator spot here. And oh my goodness, Tribe just absolutely dominating this last minute or so. And what was a 40-point lead with a double cap for 11T is now a 10-point lead for the side of Tribe. They maintain the triple cap. And this is... Do we know what the score is right now between these two teams?
Let me get that pulled up real quick. Let me see, because as to my knowledge, I think Tribe took 2 games so far. If they take this one, this should be the 3rd. But then again, I've not been a reliable source of information here tonight. as I was completely wrong about the Seminole and Zygnus Gaming matchup before we jumped into it. So let me pull it up real quick.
Termina con una remontada increíble, una triple captura de locos. No lo puedo creer. Una triple captura de absolutamente locos. Va a terminar dándole la victoria número 3 a los chicos de Tribe Gaming. Increíble, increíble.
Oh, 3-0. So Tribe did take the series 3-0. They're going to be moving on to take on Zygnus. Oh my god, are we in for a treat? Tribe and Zygnus Esports in the finals. We saw this a few weeks back, didn't we?
Yeah, probably pretty much seen it almost every week.
Oh my.
Every once in a while we have NYSL make it into the finals, but so far this is one of those like all-time rivalries that even as the rosters change a little bit, you know Tribe is always going to put their foot forward in the scene and want to be the number one team. They're going to recruit the players that have that skill to keep them at the top. And, you know, Zygnus is absolutely in the same boat for LATAM. And big raid coming through from Gilmania. Looks like, 290 some raiders.
Let's go!
So thank you so much, Gil.
Gilmania going to get geared up for the finals with us, as he will be joining in the VC on some play-by-play commentary. Day going to still be in the booth, as he will be our analyst. And based off of the pattern that I've seen tonight with the matches going so quickly, and then the matches in between, everything in between has been going so quickly. So the analysis obviously going to have to come through in the clutch immediately after the game, because these guys have been on point, dude. It is literally 10:15 p.m. Eastern time, and we're already in the finals. We're going to be gearing up for the start of that matchup, but I would assume that we should be out of here before 11:30 Eastern time, hopefully. If we choose a Game 7 and it goes to a Game 7, I would assume it would be around that time frame. But still going to be an early night, so I'm excited to see Tribe and Zygnus. It has brewed up to be one of the best rivalries that I have seen in COD Mobile history. From the time that I've started casting, I've seen several to come through. I've seen a lot of 11D Zygnus matchups that were, heavy. But this one seems to be a bit more even in talent. Am I right?
I mean, this matchup, again, will always be iconic just because of the rivalry that goes back and forth between these guys season after season. This is kind of the rivalry to TO versus Bolu. I would say Cheto versus Childs, but we haven't really seen too much Cheto. So, it's going to be your, like, S-Thug versus Childs in the sniper department. Yeah, I mean, this is just such a great matchup to have ahead of us. You've got your Envoy versus Marshy. There's like, you look at these players on the teams and they line up really well with each other as far as skill level goes. Obviously, Band, a absolutely giant pickup for Tribe this season as well. Been kind of one of their kind of key factors to the reason that they've been winning, because obviously you'll have these games where Marshy just absolutely pops off like a god. You'll have these games where Bolu just absolutely pops off, drops, 30 plus kills, whatever it may be. Band is always right there with whoever top frags for the team. In fact, he quite often top frags himself as well. So not only is he often the top player in the lobby for Tribe, even when he's not, he's kind of that consistent shoulder for Tribe to lean back on. As well as Parrish, who we don't have in the lobby yet, but would absolutely expect to see him come through for this matchup. And, again, this is two teams that go back and forth, left and right, and I can't think of a better final, in all honesty.
Can't either. This is like the ideal
Other than
situation.
maybe these two teams on LAN, right?
Oh, facts. Like, these two teams on LAN, oh, man, imagine getting these guys in the same room. The camera view, everybody. We've seen Tatio. Tatio's just, man, he's probably my favorite. Not necessarily like pro players, but content creators and all. Like, literally, as always, entertaining. So seeing him on the stage would be great. I'd love to see Marshy. Marshy's a character is on. I know he is a Twitter guy, bro. Is constantly on Twitter. I think he uses it like he uses Google. Like some people use Google. He is obviously found a knack in it, and it has panned out. It is working in his favor. So to see guys like them on the same stage would just be, absolutely iconic. This matchup itself is iconic. We're going to get started up. I'm not sure if we're going to do a best of 7 or a best of 5, but I'm expecting either, to go at least into the next area. If it goes to a best of 5, it would be, I want to see at least 4 games, and I got to see at least 5 in a best of 7 format. So we're getting maps and everything, rotations for you guys to see. Gilmania is joined us in the VC. Gil, how are you doing tonight, my guy?
Hey, doing great, doing great. I think you guys got to see that comeback, right? My God, I
Bro.
was going nuts on that.
Dude, you and I both, man. At one point, there was a triple cap for 11. They had like a 40-point advantage, and then Tribe just out of nowhere triple caps and doesn't let the foot off the gas pedal. Like, walk me through that.
hmm
That it was a 3-0, right, for Tribe.
It was a 3-0 indeed. It was. You have no idea. Like, don't get mistaken by the 3-0. It was super super close. In the first game, we had 11T actually picking up a bit of an advantage too on hardpoint. They ended up like clutching it up on the side of Tribe Gaming. On game number 2, it was actually the other way around. Tribe Gaming started with the advantage. It was like a 4-0 lead, which Tribe Gaming was able to also like clutch up at the end. It was a 5-5, went to around 11, which Tribe ended up winning. Like I mentioned, each game was super super close, and it could have been in anyone's favor, but ended up being Tribe who held in stronger and like you mentioned, I think that triple cap was like what, a minute, maybe even over a minute. It's one of the longest I've seen in a while.
That's wild, bro. I'm super excited about this series that's ahead of us. We were able to watch Zygnus from the second round on. They took out Seminole in 3 games. Or 2 games rather, or 3 games. I'm sorry, we went to a best of 5. I'm sorry, and they had some pretty dominant times. The search and destroy was like 6-1 in takeoff. It was not close. The hard point didn't start off in their favor. However, they were able to come back after a 30-point deficit on the first point and just continued to pound Seminole from the next 3 points until they got up to about a 30-40 point advantage. We're actually going to get ready for game number 1 as we're going to see hardpoint standoffs, S&D firing range, domination Hackney, and if we are lucky to see a game 4, it's going to be hardpoint summit. Fortunate enough to see a game 5, it's going to be an SD crossfire. This is a pretty, other than the domination Hackney yard, I am absolutely loving this rotation.
Yeah, I would say the same. Like starting off with hardpoint on stand up, sign me up. I think at this point everyone knows that I love this map. It's probably, if not one of my if not the favorite, one of my favorite maps to see in pretty much every single game mode that you might be thinking of. In point number 1, we're gonna see a bit of a dominant side for Tribe, clearing up everyone on the opponent side of the game. A few grenades still being taken, but overall Tribe, this is a hard point to defend, and for the first 20 seconds they've been able to do it.
Yeah, when you got the likes of Parrish playing OBJ, you got Childs in the bottom house of Grannies. Ban going to be there for support as he comes back through. The point is not now going to be taken for Zygnus, but a pretty flawless 23 points going to go in the favor of Tribe as they're back on it. And points are going to be racking up. Bolu, Band, and oh my god, a massive double piece from Band as my guy Day was just talking about his performances recently. At the moment, he's popping off 7, 8, and 3 as he picks up another before he's taken down. So far, a pretty convincing performance from him. And this is absolutely a map you've got to love. It's great for hardpoint, great for search and destroy, phenomenal for domination. Probably one of the most balanced maps that you'll see in the game. That and raid, I love raid as well. However, we don't see raid at all today. I don't think we saw a single. Nope, we saw 1 raid tonight, and that was it. But game number 1 already in favor of Tribe, 51-11, as Zygnus gets an early take on P2 back warehouse area. This is starting to get a bit more competitive as Tribe does lose P2 control. 30 seconds left on it. Bolu going to be coming through with the retake now. The fact is, will he get Envoy here? That is going to be the question. Yes, Envoy is going to be taken down and Tribe back in it. 18 points left to be taken. They should be able to get the rest of this uncontested, am I right?
Yeah, completely right. It's only gonna be one player who tried to go for that. For that contestant is going to be Estux, who's pretty much just avoiding the enemy from getting more points, which does make a lot of sense. Ends up dying to Bolu, but overall did his job at the end, like I mentioned. Muy buen trabajo ahí por parte de esto, que sobrevivió lo suficiente para impedirle a los chicos de Tribe que pudieran hacer algo al respecto. Simplemente por el hecho de sobrevivir e impedir los puntos a los rivales lo hizo pero que muy bien. Pero aún así la desventaja es bastante significativa de ya más de 40 puntos. The advantage is just getting too heavily in favor of Tribe Gaming. I do see right now that Estog tried to go in with the operator. He was using the death machine, but that bread missile, he's out.
Yeah, Tribe looking pretty flawless at the moment. A retake on P2, which resulted in them racking up some points, mainly keeping the guys over at Zygnus off the hill. P3 was a flawless rotation. They have yet to give a point up to Zygnus, and it looks like Zygnus is going to count their losses and move over to P4 transitions, as I do see 3 players already lurking there. They're trying to maintain order, trying to keep this Tribe roster, who is playing just so OP at the moment, out of the hill. They're going to be able to successfully do it here. Parrish going to be taken down. Parrish was that last hope, and now all the rest of the players from Tribe are going to have to push from the gas station area. This is pretty good performance here from Tribe in Game 1.
On top of that, there's going to be the Goliath by Marshy, the Goliath by Bolu. Both are going to be taking place. I don't know how Tatiyo ended up killing himself. I'm not too sure what happened there. They're going to be now trying to destroy the Goliath as quickly as possible, but with 2 hitting their way is going to be too much of a trot to try to stop on their own. They try to go for the RPGs. They do get I think they were able to destroy one of them, but overall I feel like they are going to be just shy of the amount of points they need for victory. But Tribe on the brink of getting victory number 1 in a really dominant manner. You know, on the first, I want to say minute or 2 minutes of the game, we did see a bit more of a closer kind of matchup, with of course Tribe still being on top, but now it's just getting too hard for them, and even more so with all of the utilities that they're taking in place. Like I mentioned, the Goliaths, like they got 2. Yeah, they destroyed 1, but the other one was in place to continuously get more points, and as they approach the 150 mark, I think that's gonna settle the deal. That is gonna be game 1 for Tribe.
That should seal the deal. 1 point that's pretty impossible not to get here in P1, as I see it open up for Shop. They're gonna go ahead and get onto it. 150 to 35. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup or this particular series, a series in this matter, Zygnus and Tribe, go down like that. I don't think I've ever seen a 150 to 35. Am I right, Dei?
Very, very rarely. I mean, I would say definitely between these 2 teams, it typically bounces down to what server you're playing on. Obviously, with it being a LATAM team versus a North American team, you definitely expect quite often Zygnus to be playing a little bit of a disadvantage just as far as the ping goes, which is why I'm super hyped for these 2 teams. Just straight up, I want to see the LAN happen. So I'm hoping that is kind of in the upcoming time frame of, you know, obviously we've got Masters going on, so big hopes, right? But again, these teams go back and forth pretty often. Obviously, anybody in chat knows Bolu is quite vocal about the servers, and I don't know why, but it's every time these teams go back and forth, it's, well, you guys had the servers this time, we had the servers this time, you guys had the servers this time.
Oh,
so,
you can always count on Bolu's tweets to come through. If you're not familiar.
And yeah, I mean, and I'm not trying to talk trash or anything, right? Like, that's just, it points out that is, you know, definitely one of those deciding factors on who is going to win between these 2 teams. I mean, the team that's playing on 30 ping versus the team that's playing on 70 plus ping is obviously going to offer a pretty big degree of advantages. So that's where LAN will hopefully eventually come in. That's where you're going to get to see these 2 teams face off on even footing. And that is going to be some of the most exciting gameplay that we have seen in COD Mobile history. So that's the thing to look forward to. And right now, Tribe, they're on fire. You can't even necessarily boil it down to just a ping thing at this point. They played their rotations incredibly solid, in addition to just flat out winning their gunfights. So obviously, again, Tribe kind of that team to beat for North America as well too. So yeah, you absolutely expect them to come through with a fiery performance like this.
We'll see who was firing off in firing range. Search or Destroy next in game number 2. I'm expecting this to be a shootout. I'm not seeing a 6-1 scenario here for either team. For competitive sake, I'm hoping we see at least a game 4 if Tribe is just on their game today. God forbid they have an off game here in the near future, as I definitely need to see more than 3 matches for the finals. And for time's sake, bro, it's like way too early to be calling it a night on Sunday. I'm used to like 10:30, or not 10:30, but 11:30 finishes. It's getting to the point where if Tribe continues to play like that, sheesh, we might we might be wrapping it up early, calling it a night around 11 instead of 11:30ish. So. Very dominant performance in game number 1. Tribe, obviously, just I don't know if it was a ping advantage or I'm assuming it is. And hearing Day talk about ping advantages, like 30 ping is a good ping. That for me is a good ping. But I've seen guys with like 15 and like 10
Yeah, that's
MS. Like that's
crazy.
ridiculous, bro. But hearing him talk about good ping is 30, I feel like I'm in a good position then. I don't have too high, I don't have too low. I'm like right there in that mediocre, it's a decent range.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the exact numbers. I was just throwing out some examples.
Well, I mean, hearing that, it's like it gives me hope that we'll have good peak. I think the lowest I ever get is like 39, 40. And I've seen some kids with like 10 or 15 peak, and I'm like, how, bro? I mean, do you live in the COD server? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Is your Wi-Fi?
Activision's
Yeah.
Activision's
Headquarters.
host network is actually next door.
Yeah, exactly.
No big deal.
Yeah. Who is that? I need to know. If you have less than 15 ping ever, put it in chat. Let me know. What about you,
Yo,
Gil? What's the lowest you see?
Also, if you sell your house, put that on your your house details.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna come and raid your Wi-Fi.
Yo, you sell that house to a team for like a team house. Be like, hey man,
Oh,
10 ping
money.
here.
That's a great idea.
Man,
That's
I
great.
remember you talking about that on stream the other day about your on the spawn, which is Day's show that he hosts on his channel every Monday and Thursday. Is that right?
That's so far the days. Yes, it'll be after Masters and then after
Mobile Mayhem.
Mobile Mayhem on Thursday.
We were talking about competitive players moving into a house together. I think it was Wicked. Sun was talking about it, dude. That is just absolutely, I mean, mind-blowing to think that the mobile scene has gone to that extent. So I'm absolutely digging it, loving it. Definitely need to give that information out in chat. If you have a 15 ping situation and less, let me know in chat. And Gil, I asked you earlier, what's your normal ping?
Well, my normal ping is like anywhere between, I want to say 70, 80.
BR ping, then. That's like typical BR. BR is usually like, I think the lowest I get in BR is like 50. And that's,
I mean, yeah, I can get it as low as sometimes, like if everything's perfect, I go as low as 30, maybe 25. But the regular is on a good day 60, let's say it.
Yo, whoever put 5 in chat is capping, bro. I just saw 5.
I mean, I've heard about it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
I'm gonna need pictures or it didn't happen. Game number 2.
True.
Search or Destroy firing range. Child's one shot. How? How, bro? The game just started.
Yeah, he received that shot out of nowhere. He's gonna be trying to push the angles against the player from Cygnus. Teamworks ends up being the first blood in this game. I'm gonna see the sniper fight happening in A-long between all of these snipers. Bolo is gonna be planting the bomb. Irving gets a kill and S-Talk does as well. Tatillo does too. Everyone is falling apart. All of a sudden, everyone on Tribe was dead. And that is round 1 in favor of Cygnus. What even happened there?
I have no idea. It looks like everything just collapsed for Tribe as everyone just kind of toppled over all at the same time. I saw Irving pick up a kill. I saw Kimwax go down first. And Kimwax has by far been one of the standout players for Cygnus. So to see him go down first and then Search or Destroy definitely did give me hope. However, the refrags came through and Irving was there to pick up some kills. Tatillo picked up one. We did see Kimwax get taken out yet again. Not sure what the situation is with him. 2 straight rounds in a row without a frag. Just not the ideal situation if you're Cygnus. 5-3 man advantage in favor of the guys over at Tribe. Where does Parrish going to be taken out? He was kind of idle behind the moving body or whatever that is, the markers there. Nonetheless, Chow's going to be there to pick up the last kill as the 1v3 did not go through for the guys over at Cygnus. Tribe going to even it up. We're going to be all tied up going into this third. And about pings, furthermore, guys, like I said, unless you have like an Ethernet connection, which I know there are products out there that make for that. But I mean, let's be real. Who's the average gamer is going to have an Ethernet connection for their phone?
Not a chance. Not a chance. There's only
Still not hitting 5 ping on Ethernet. Let's be real here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even do that on PC, bro.
Yeah, like it's just easier without it. Of course, it's better to have it, but it can be a struggle depending on your, like, all of your networking around the house.
Oh, facts. And it's mobile gaming, dude. You're not supposed to be connected, right? Bro.
True. Yeah.
All right, we got a 2-all standoff here.
2v2.
It is, man. It is looking pretty standstillish at the moment.
Sí, partida, ronda número 3, ya van 2-2 en esta ronda. La bomba no ha podido ser plantada aún y los chicos de Tribe incluso perdieron el control de dónde estaba la bomba. No sé si los chicos de Cygnus saben dónde está. Aquí Kimwax está en una buena posición, pero va a ser pusheado por parte de Marshy. Marshy va a intentar acercársele a él, termina llevándose la baja. Stock se queda solo, que con el Franco va a intentar hacer la defensa de esta zona. Estaba en una buena posición, termina por intentar ser un poco más agresivo en contra de Marshy. Va a fallar ese disparo, no, lo conecta, pero va a ser únicamente un hit marker. That could be really problematic for the side of Cygnus. That hit marker is going to cause a lot of pain. The bomb is going to start being planted. They try to get the kill with the RPG, that's not going to happen. There's still plenty of time for that bomb to be planted, and I'm sure that is going to be the case. It is going to be. Oh wait, I didn't notice that happened a few seconds ago. It's a 1v2 still, and I feel like the way that Charles and Marshall are playing it is extremely passive. I don't think there's a way for Estok to try to go this and actually have enough time to defuse the bomb. He actually gets taken on by Marshy, and the advantage has switched sides, and it's in favor of Tribe.
Yeah, they played that defense very well. Slow and sure. Didn't take any chances pushing out. They didn't want to get overexposed. A very well-played round for the guys over Tribe after what literally looked like a domino effect in that first round. It looked like one player went down for Tribe, but then just the rest all came down. We do see things go back in favor of Tribe now as they are up 2-1. The Search and Destroy looking pretty spicy so far. Tribe with an advantage. How long can they hold it for? Bolo, bomb in hand, is going to be making his way a long area. As the opening frag is going to go in favor of Cygnus. S-Thug picks up the shot from top 10 area. He's going to see Marshy make the rotation. The callouts are going to come through, and we're going to start to see the 2-stack from B rotate back over to the A side. One player actually going to be to Tio, wrapping all the way through jungle. So this is a risky move, but it could pan out, as I do see Parrish going to be top wood. Band going to be taken down. Band's going to be taken down. Kimwax going to be traded as Slothy picks up that kill. Tio with the full-on flank gets one from Parrish. He's going to be instantly traded. It is a 2v2 as the bomb's planted. Marshy, you bandit. Envoy trades. And now it's Envoy and Band in a 1v1. It is getting close. Oh, Envoy gonna get the angle!
The head glitch is perfect!
Perfectly played, Envoy. I thought he overexposed it, and bam, he gets right to that head glitch.
Unbelievable. Muy bien jugado Envoy, que logra colocarse detrás de la bomba para llevarse la baja. Unreal. Like you mentioned, I thought that he was exposing himself way too much. Ends up working just fine. Finds the frag, it defuses the bomb. And even things out. This is a lot more closer than what we saw in game number 1, and I'm loving it. Like you mentioned, it would be a shame if we don't see at least a game number 4. And of course, Cygnus is gonna be not only going for that, but really working his way towards that. S-Thug finds the frag onto Band. S-Thug has been getting a decent amount of kills this game. 6 kills for himself, only dying 8 times. He does have even knowledge of where a few more enemies are at. Finds the frag onto Childs.
Oh.
That is going to be the advantage that they need. It's a 4v2. Bolo's getting pushed over from different angles, trying to go for kills. His ally gets taken out, and he does too. Marshy with the bomb planted, trying to make something happen in a 1v3. Is not gonna be the case. Gets taken out by Kimwax while S-Tug defuses the bomb. And now the advantage is back in their favor. Like, this is crazy close. It is really, really close. It can be anyone's game. But those two last rounds were really, really nicely played by Cygnus players.
Yeah, very well indeed. S-Thug anchoring as he held the backside of Armory. Very well executed. They're going to have the advantage as the sides flip. Bomb's going to be picked up by Envoy as S-Thug going to be pushing back up top 10. Envoy going to pick up the first kill. He's taking some more shots. Trailer control is in their favor. And they have a direct sight on the A bomb as they are trying to get this plan off. It does look like 3 players are going to be on the standstill. Oh my god, Childs, I just peeked over and he gets the wallbang in the trailer. Takes down Kimwax. Tatio going to go down the Bolu. And now we have ourselves a ball game here. Tribe with the one-man advantage. Looking to maintain order on the defense. They should be able to make that happen with 4 players alive. We'll see what Envoy and S-Thug and Irving can do here as the 3v4 is ensuing.
Irving went all the way around, ended up causing a player to suffer a lot of damage, ended up dying to the hands of Envoy. And pretty risky move in my opinion, but ended up paying off. They got the kill. S-Thug gets another snipe. Like, S-Thug has been crazy today. 8 kills for himself, 9 as he picks up Bolu. It's gonna be now a 1v3 with less than 30 seconds for Childs to make something happen. He does have the sniper, does have the Holger as well. But if I was Cygnus, I would just play it safe, and that's not what S-Thug was doing. He gets taken out, but from the back we're gonna have, and boy, finding that kill and getting more of an advantage for Cygnus, who were not happy about how they pretty much got bullied in game 1, but now with a 4-2 advantage, they are getting closer to victory.
They are indeed. This is a much more competitive matchup than we saw in the first game, and I read in Discord somewhere, guys, and I'm just going to say it, and I'm not going to, go into detail on it. I'm just going to say it. Bolu said in chat there's no ping difference between NA and LATAM. I will just put that out there. I'm not sure 100% if that was accurate, but we can expand on that later. 5v4 situation. Marshy goes down early. Bomb is going to get planted.
Ooh, that toe. You can see the toe. Did you see that?
Envoy exposing the toe. All he needs is just one more bullet. Not going to find it. So Envoy going to stay alive. 5-man to 4. Man advantage in favor of Cygnus as we do see Tribe come through. Smoke comes in. Bolu going to be holding the top container area. Envoy is going to be holding the bottom side of firing range. Tatio picks up 1. Bolu picks up 1. It's a 2-2. Now Bolu's traded. Childs is 1 shot. Gets 1 with the Renetti and is instantly traded. 5-2. We are a match point in favor of Cygnus.
Oh, close was that. I was looking at Childs. He had a clear view onto Envoy. Unfortunately, he was only able to see his foot. And with the previous, I don't know if you remember that Arctic, that with the stopping power, you could one-shot anywhere in the body, but that is not the update we're at anymore. He had to land the second shot, but Envoy really, really smartly moving just a tiny bit, so he's not able to get that second shot. Plants the bomb, causes a lot of pressure onto Tribe, that for a second I thought they were going to be able to clutch a few more kills, but I did see that Bolu with the sniper hitting 1 kill, but then only a hit marker. He ends up dying, and that was just disastrous for them. That's a 5-2, and this round is not so much going their way, though. This is going to be a 2v4, and they don't have control over the bomb. They are going to get it right now, as Kimwatch is going to be picking it up, but his ally gets taken out. It's a 1v4. I think that's going to be tough for Kimwatch to make it happen.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. He hasn't had the best game so far today. Gets a hit marker there on one of the Tribe players. I'm not sure who it was. It's Marshy. Marshy. Going to be forced to retreat back, and man, I just had a spectator glitch. No, he is actually in D going into the tower. I, for a second, thought he was on the backside of wood, and that is not where he's at. He's on the top side of tower. His enemy does not expect it. 200 IQ for Marshy as he gets hit markered. His player pushes back to try and finish that kill. He's already in the other side, middle of the map. Well played, as he is expecting the push come through. Way to anticipate your opponent, as we are 5-3 now. Cygnus still needs 2 more points. Oh my god, Bolu get B, or Ban get B, Childs get B. A is clear to Tio with the plant. The Holger clears his path, but a Nay comes through and takes down Kimwax. To Tio nearly was collateral damage. We got ourselves a 3v4 game. Bolu, Marshy, and Parrish going to be alive. Marshy and Bolu going to be rotating A long area. One shot, Bolu. Oh my god, the snipes are real here in game number 2. We've seen some from S-Thug. I've seen some from Bolu here. Wow. These guys just don't miss, do they?
It seems like they don't. It's gonna be the final round. Pretty much everyone on Cygnus is dead. Only Irving alive. 13 seconds on the clock. He kind of tried making some time. He's gonna go for the push, but Bolu was ready for that. While Marshy was defusing the bomb. That's a 5-4, and Tribe can breathe in for another day. That was a close round, but unfortunately for Cygnus, they were not able to properly defend that. And it all started with that great shot being placed by Bolu with a sniper. I think that was the beginning of the end for Cygnus in that round. And that's another one for Tribe, a 5-4. But still, a single mistake could make Tribe lose this game.
Yeah, Tribe on the brink of an elimination here in game number 2. Nearly been on match point now for, what, 2 rounds? But they have just seemed to overwhelm their opponents. The 3v4 came through on the backs of Bolu's shots. That's what happens when you overextend and overpeak. I know that you're, covering a site, you're defending it, but, in a moment like that, Bolu was just able to expose. Irving's laser is going to be spotted. Bolu is going to be there. Beams 2! He was looking for 1, but got 2. 2 for 1 special. As Tribe living to fight another day to Tio. Going to be in a 1v4 scenario. It is almost impossible for him to clutch this.
You said it perfectly. Almost impossible. The setup Tribe not only got the kills, they know that the bomb is there. Tio is the one that has to make the push through. And at this point, I think he also realized that the opponents know where the bomb is at. With only a minute on the clock and without any more allies to help him go for that push, he's going to be tying it up most likely. He's going to go through this container area, trying to get into the B-bomb. He's going to safely get there, trying to be cautious, trying to go for a push, going to reveal himself. And he is now going to be onto the full force of Tribe Gaming with the RPG. Going to unfortunately miss that shot, trying to retrieve out of that area. Maybe go to wood, try to figure something, go to metal. Try to figure something out. Turns around, gets the kill to Parrish. Now getting pushed from the back, but Bolu doesn't even need to see him. Through the wall, finds the kill. And that is going to even things out. Verdict, we're in round number 11.
We are round number 11. If Cygnus loses this, you got to sit back and think what happened. What pivotal moment, in this search and destroy game, allowed Tribe to get back in this. I'm going to have to say that round where they had a 5-3 man advantage and Bolu came through and cleared the path for the push back towards the site. And, they were able to make the most out of that situation. So Bolu, commend you for that game, or for that round. But now it's time for you to clutch up here in this 11th. We'll see how these teams do. As it's pretty much a standstill. We haven't seen this from Tribe yet. It's either A or B for them. Now we've got a little bit of a standstill here at the A long area. S-Thug is probably the reason for that. He is peaking it ever so respectively. He's not overextended, not overexposing, not giving any information away. He's giving shots out, which could, indicate where he's at, but it's ultimately not going to give him up. So bomb's going to go down. Bolu going to be there to clutch it. If he peeks his head here, he's surely going to get taken down. And the smoke, absolutely on point. Tribe, 35 seconds left. They take game number 2. Cygnus, you got to get this defense. Parrish and Child's going to abuse. 2 to Tio, going to go down as well. Oh my God. It does look like it is a 3v5 now. As S-Thug, Irving, and, oh no, not Kimwax, 2v5. Bolu going to be spotted on the head glitch. Not going to get much action there, Irving. S-Thug, you're on your own, my guy.
All the way around from a 5-2 is going to be Tribe coming back in this game. It's a 1-5. He finds 1 kill. Immediately gets beamed by Band. And Tribe has made it. Like I mentioned, going down as far as a 5-2. Getting 4 rounds in a row. Are going to clutch this game number 2 and increase even more so their own advantage in these finals. That's gonna be 2 games for them and a victory in this game of Search and Destroy, where they were so close to losing it, but they had a cold mind. Were able to successfully just stay on track, stayed on the right state of mind for long enough that they ended up with a victory in round 11.
Yeah, Dave, I know you're the expert analysis man. I need to hear from you. What fell apart for Cygnus there, that Search and Destroy?
Well, I mean, Cygnus were certainly at a pretty comfortable lead, but we're getting into the later points of the night, and Tribe is one of those teams that just, as the day goes on, they get better and better. And, at this point in the finals, Tribe have played, 3 other matchups here tonight? So Tribe are just honestly bringing that top tier gameplay that we absolutely expect from them. They have been absolutely on fire as of late. I know they have a really strong coaching line with Image, who is reviewing their footage and always pushing them to better themselves in their teamwork, in their rotations, in their gunfights, and keeping up with the meta. And then you have a bunch of players who, while they may slack off a little bit in the warm-up department sometimes, I know that's something that Tribe is always been kind of known for, and that's why me and you, Verdict, talk about that Tribe factor or the Tribe effect all the time. Individually, all these players are constantly playing and constantly bettering themselves. I mean, you look at Band and Parrish and Marshy even, those guys are on all time, every day, practicing and moving forward. And again, being this late in the competition, these guys are here. They're warmed up. They have that synergy. And while Cygnus found a couple really strong rounds, it was overall Tribe who had the better teamwork.
I have to agree with you more as we're getting geared up for game number 3. Going to need some better teamwork it looks like Cygnus is going to lead the lobby. We're going to get a restart, so I'm not 100% sure what the situation was. I do know that Esta came in the chat after that last game and made a note of the ping. 60 ms, I feel like that is just like, in a competitive platform, that is no way to compete. Obviously, he doesn't have any control of that. That's just a situation of the
NA said that they have 60 ms as well, so apparently both teams are playing on 60 ms right now.
Wow, so screenshots or it didn't happen? Is that a situation that I could call?
No.
So everybody,
no, I believe it.
Everybody in the lobby is 60 ms.
Apparently, right around there.
That's interesting. We'll see if fresh start is better for us, as we do see players loading into the lobby. Nobody's leaving yet. Gil, I'm gonna let you speak to the Spanish audience first, as I'm gonna step away for a second. So go ahead and take it away. I gotta get my dog outside real quick.
Vale, pues vamos a ver el inicio de la tercera partida de estas finales del Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Partida que ya es crucial para ambos, es matar o morir para ambos equipos. Tribe, que se encuentra a una sola victoria de llevarse la gloria en esta semana. Y pues Cygnus, que es matar o morir. Ahora es donde o consigue llevarse el extender un poco más estas finales, o va a ser un 3-0 brutal en su contra. Aquí ya vimos que la bandera de B estuvo a nada de ser tomada por los jugadores de Tribe. Logran la defensa los chicos de Cygnus. Veo a Tetillo en la zona media del mapa, que está causando terror con esta Holger, un arma no la más nueva, pero sí de las más nuevas, que está teniendo mucho de qué hablar. Quizá no sea el arma más rápida de todas, pero sin duda alguna el daño que tiene, la precisión que puedes llegar a tener con ella, de ser usada correctamente, es muy muy considerable. Y sin duda alguna es algo que vemos muy a menudo, dependiendo del mapa, pero sí muy a menudo en este juego, en estas últimas temporadas. Overall, there's gonna be a really strong fight. I am quite impressed at the fact that Cygnus has been able to at least prevent Tribe from getting a double cap, which when you're on the bot spawn is more than enough, but that's gonna be coming to an end as Tribe finally picks up that flag and are now gonna be increasing their advantage, as they, like I mentioned, are on the better end.
Back. It does look like Tribe with an early A-B cap. That's expected. The A site is just one of those sites that we'll continue to talk about. Is a Easy. It's like an ease of access. You have a little bit more cover. You don't have as much way to travel from A to B. So it's just going to be one of those, you know, spawns that if you can hold, you pretty much got the site. Now, who's to say that the guys over at Zygnus won't turn that around and use that against them in the second round? We'll see, or second half. We'll see how Tribe plays it in the second half, but so far, so good for them as they have a 12-plus point lead and counting, and no, you know, nobody there to really contest over at the B side. So they've got a little bit of an ease here in round number, or first half. S-Thug going to be making his way onto the side. Child's going to be there to take him out. And just as I say that, there's no traction on A either. There's nobody there to even contest. Parrish going to be there to hold, play that gatekeeper role. So pretty even. I'm expecting Zygnus, if they want to see a game 4, they're going to have to perform just as equally as well as Tribe did here this first half.
Yeah, the side of Zygnus continues to try to make it work, to at least make sure that that disadvantage, that it's so understandable when your opponents are the ones on the A side of the map. Try to make it as small as possible, right? Right now they're going to be losing by 25 and still going up, so it wouldn't hurt them at all if they could at least get rid of it for a few seconds as the side of Tribe approaches that 75 mark. I think is not going to be a possibility for the side of Zygnus. Round 1 is going to be coming to an end, but Tribe with the 30 is going to be 30 points lead. We're going to starting the next round, and let's see what kind of a stride they're going to bring into the table. I did see that the side of Zygnus was not too worried about going first thing of the game onto a B push. I've seen plenty of people try to do that. Tribe right now are trying to do that. Zygnus didn't, and let's see what happens in round number 2. Zygnus got A and are now contesting for B.
Yeah, there's about a 30-point gap that they're going to have to cover, as well as maintain the A and B sites. This is a lot of pressure for Zygnus. They're on the brink of an elimination here in the finals. This next game could do it. Child's going to be there, spotted. Irving gets 1. The B cap is not yet secured. Nonetheless, they're not really on a time clock. As long as you get it within that first minute, I think you should be fine. As I say that, the C cap does come through for Tribe. B cap is about a half standstill. Irving and team are going to make some traction on it. It's a TO going to be spotted outside of the warehouse, and the B cap that has not come through, or the lack of a B cap for Zygnus, is starting to worry me here in game 3. Tribe, a dominant performance in the first half, and it is looking like Zygnus just not able to maintain order as Bolu is in there, spawn causing some mayhem. He is going to be taken out finally, but the damage is done now. You still got a 30-point gap to cover almost. It's like 27 now. Still plenty of time to do it, but it's just like, what if the guys over at Tribe contest and get a B cap and you have to work towards that side again? You know, you never want to waste too much time. So the B cap yet again going to be denied as S-Thug going to be taken down by Childs. Irving going to be there to pick up the refrag. And again, yet at another standstill here in this domination.
I strongly believe that for the side of Zygnus was actually a little bit beneficial. The fact that Tribe took so long to take that C flag. But like you mentioned, that disadvantage is still in place. They have not been able to capture B at all. We don't have 2 players from Tribe inside of that B area. Marshy and Ban got taken out. Marshy with a death machine getting a kill onto the Tio. Gonna be trying to shoot through the wall. I don't even know if that works, but he still continues to shoot out. It's gonna be S-Thug the one calling him out, getting that kill. Ends up getting killed as well. Can they finally get a double cap? I don't know. They've been struggling a lot. They finally might be able to get it. And that is gonna be right. But that's not an off verdict. They need a triple cap if they want to win this game.
A triple cap, I don't know. Double cap should at least secure them the game. They may not meet the 150, but a double cap should definitely secure it. I'm not sure if they'll make it to 150 like I was saying, but I think if they want to feel more confident in this matchup, I don't think pushing towards the C side would be, you know, the way to do it. I think holding A and B should do it for them. I gotta say it was a little late on the cap, but nonetheless it has came through. So the traction has been made. It might appear as though that Tribe might have lost a little bit of their momentum, but that's not going to keep them from pushing towards a B cap. 2 players going to be on it, 2 players going to be taken down, and the recap is going to come through as Irving pushes up. He's got one more to take down. That's going to be Bolu. Bolu's going to be taken out. A and B are going to be held by the guys over at Cygnus. It appears as though we might see a game 4 situation here. As I said, all you have to do is just maintain A and B. You got to keep them out of your spawn, keep them out of the B site. Don't worry about going for that triple cap at the moment, as you're not necessarily in triple cap territory. It definitely give you the confidence, but on a map like this, it could easily collapse on you. You could get the spawn flip, and that's not what you need. So I am going to be confident in saying that the guys over at Cygnus should secure a game 4 here.
Yeah, I'm sure Cygnus saw what happened with the team on the semifinals. You know, with 11T. They had all the cards in their own hands and ended up losing against Strive. So they're not trying to do anything aggressive. They're just standing back. They're staying in their side of the areas that they have to be. Although Tribe is continuously trying to go for a push, they've been contested properly by the Cygnus players, who are of course trying their hardest to get this victory. They already have the lead. They still have 2 flags in their favor, and they are not willing to give up. Like you mentioned, game 4 could be pretty much being upon us. Plenty of stuff is being used by Tribe. They've been using the RPGs. They now are trying their operators. I don't think they have any more score streaks at all, so that is unfortunate for them. We've seen that they sometimes try to keep the best for the end to make a final push. This time is not going to be the case. Cygnus contains that lead. Take game number 3 and are pushing us to our first game that is not going to be a sweep. I was looking at the challenge log, and everything was a sweep but the finals, which I'm really, really happy about.
Yo, both you and I both. I was very, very reluctant on seeing Cygnus in the first half, you know, thinking that they weren't going to take us to a game 4, but their overwhelming and overpowering ability to take that B site finally came through. They were able to maintain it, and just as you know, we would expect, the AB cap secured them for the win. They were able to maintain order. They were able to like literally cipher players into that warehouse and just take advantage, as they already had point. They were literally funneling in and just getting taken out. So that's exactly the situation that you want in a game like that. And it took them a little longer than expected. Tribe obviously did a little earlier. The half went a little quicker. The first half did. Nonetheless, the guys over at Cygnus taking us to a game number 4 on the backs of Esta, going 27-19, 26-20 for Kimwax. That is by far the best performance he's had in this 3-game series so far. Looking forward to seeing how he does in game number 4. So, Day, expert analysis. What do you got on the breakdown?
Well, I mean, you definitely can't deny the factor of Childs just being an absolute madman. 30, 19, and 6, the most positive player in the lobby. And that comes with a pretty big credit to Childs even from last season. And that being that Childs was a backup last season, but clearly he has been putting the work in because he dominates in the search and destroy with that sniper. We know that Bolu originally had planned on kind of picking up where A-Flow's left off, and had some good success and had some bad success, but Childs, he's been on top of it since he's been back on the main starting roster, as well as in the respawns. You can tell that he's been putting the practice in pretty big. Marshy as well, these past couple updates specifically, has just been an absolute monster in his own right. And it's actually a little bit surprising to see the likes of Band, Bolu, and Parrish being down where they're at, because these are the players we expect to be top fragging for this roster. So that is definitely a little bit of an area where I think Cygnus capitalized in keeping the likes of Band, Bolu, and Parrish down, even though they really didn't have an answer for Childs here. But you look over at the opposition: S-Thug 27-19, Kimwax 26-20, Envoy 25-20. Basically everybody positive on the side of Cygnus, with the exception of Irving, who was only 14-21. Had 2 flag caps for the team, and overall, that was a pretty straightforward domination. I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot of spawn flipping, as well as the B flag was pretty dominantly in control of Cygnus. They held it and defended it well on Hackney Yard, which I know you and I have talked a little bit about in the past verdict. Hackney Yard, not the most fun domination map to play. Trying to get a break on that B flag is pretty ridiculous if you don't get that first push. And like I said, Cygnus just a little bit better on this map.
I just noted it in chat. Legacy made a comment. People underestimate Childs. That dude had the second highest KD in the NA champs behind Tectonic. I am pretty speechless at that comment. I was expecting, Bolu maybe. Definitely not expected Child. So we'll see if game number 4 is as good as game number 3 was for Childs. See if it's better for Tribe as they're on match point. Cygnus definitely has a foot in this game, but they're gonna have to get the advantage early. They can't allow Tribe to get on the point and just rack up hill time on P1. As I say that, Tribe is gonna go ahead and take advantage. They're gonna be pushing up. Irving gonna be taken down. Child's gonna be the OBJ player as well as a fragger in that situation. Bolu gonna be handling business outside. It is all in the kill feed. Nobody from the Tribe except for Marshy has died. He's died twice so far. Marshy, what's going on, my guy?
Yeah, unfortunately, he was the one not being able to get kills. Kimwax helps to that matter, getting the kill into Parrish, but immediately gets taken out. Tribe barely dying at all in the first few minutes. Kimwax finally getting another kill. He's the one with the most for Cygnus, I believe. Yes, he's the one with 5 kills at the moment. Unfortunately, that's not being enough. Finally gaining some traction, some control in favor of Cygnus. Let's see for how long. There's only less than 10 seconds remaining. Tribe is going to be contesting. Tribe takes them out. May not be inside, but at least prevents the enemies from getting any more points. That's going to be first point done. And close to 30 points advantage for Tribe Gaming. And they tried to rotate a little bit early, but those Fenix with Tatillo and Estog caused a few kills. Let's see who can get there first. I feel like the battle seems pretty even. And I do like, I also heard that there was like a mid-season update, and the Fennec got a buff, didn't it?
Bro, it is lasering on a map like this. This gun needs to be, it should be a 5v5 Fennec, battle. And we saw, I'm gonna go ahead and make a notation. So we saw a very similar matchup like this earlier, where Cygnus was literally down very similar points. As a matter of fact, I think they only had like 1 point on the hill from P1, and it was against Seminole, and they absolutely turned the Jets on P2. And that seems to be the fact here as, oh my God, Irving. Someone made a comment in chat earlier. I hope they're eating their words now. What does Irving do for Cygnus? Bro, he's 9-4 right now. And he has probably the most OBJ time, 47 seconds.
He's got a Goliath.
He's got a Goliath, for Christ's sakes. What does Irving do for Cygnus? Read him and weep, boys. 57-36. Cygnus found their advantage here in P number 2. They're going to have an early break here in P3 in order to contest. As we do see a 5-man stack. It looks like 3 are immediately on the point, 1 in the back spawn site to hold an anchor. And the players are just going to funnel in, and Tribe is just going to be able to eat. Eat.
No, sin duda alguna no podemos juzgar a un jugador por una sola mala partida. Y ya vimos a Irving que logró despertar después de un resultado un tanto dudoso en la partida anterior. En esta ya incluso se sacó un Goliath, está por usarlo. Ahí en este tercer punto caliente les costó un poquito más a Cygnus el poder entrar. Parece que por fin lo van a lograr. Ahí esto termina muriendo. Ok, no lograron entrar. Va a ser Tribe el que continúa con el liderato, pero sin duda alguna las habilidades, las rachas, los operadores que el equipo de Cygnus va a tener y que debe de usar inteligentemente podrían causar una ventaja muy grande para ellos. Va a depender muchísimo en cuándo la usan y en cómo la usan. It's going to be really important to see how and when Irving is going to be taking use of that Goliath. Of course, it's going to be a weapon that can cause the enemies to be completely unable in 1 point to get inside at all. But it can also be a streak that with 2 quick RPGs gets destroyed, right? So it's going to be pretty important. And what is even more important is the fact that Tribe was getting too heavily in the lead. You know, they got close to 100, and finally they're going to be getting taken out of the point, but not for too long, as they get that dominance again. And although he even got that streak, I don't know when he's gonna be able to actually get an advantage from it.
Well, I mean, there's really no point in using it here, as Tribe has obviously
Yeah.
held a majority of P4. I don't know how Cygnus was able to literally take a little bit of the time off P3 and has yet to get a single point off of P4. They get their first point there. S-Thug going to be anchoring there. And I think it stemmed back to a gunfight I saw S-Thug and Bolu in the old point. Literally, it was the P3 area, like 3 seconds left. S-Thug gets the kill on Bolu. Bolu spawns at the top side where P4 is, and that literally gave them a one-man advantage that they were able to capitalize on.
Ooh.
So,
And
I mean, it
Goliath.
just tell you how big that gunfight was. It was detrimental to P4. Tribe able to take the lead and run with it here as they are up by nearly 50 points almost. It's 45 plus points. Goliath's going to be utilized perfectly by none other than S-Thug, who is 17 and 12. Taking a look at the scorecard. Only other player that's popping off as much as him is Kimwax, and he's 22 and 17. So the guys over at Cygnus getting out-fragged at the moment. They're getting outplayed in the OBJ. Now we do see the trophies come through. This is a moment of turnaround for the guys over at Cygnus. This is exactly what they need. They just need to maintain order here at P1 and have a productive P2 in order to make this P3 transition for them.
We're talking about when the perfect moment was to use the Goliath. Well, I think that was it, right? They get onto point number 1. They're going to be defending it. They're going to be fighting. It actually ends up getting destroyed at the end. But they are closing that gap heavily. They're going to be only losing by 14 points. But they still got to be extremely cautious. Each and every single second that they are out of the point, it means that their opponents can be in it. And with the fact that they only needed 23 points or 24 points now on Tribe, they got to make sure that they don't get inside. And Kimwax with that cluster strike is gonna prevent anyone from Tribes from getting inside. The points are getting higher and higher for Cygnus. They're getting closer. It could be the comeback, but they don't gotta like let it slide. Ban is gonna get inside with a Fennec. Gets the kill onto S-Thug. He doesn't get the chance to get inside. There's another cluster strike being used, and there's even a lot more utilities for Cygnus. I was talking about how Tribe was using utilities. Well, now it is going to be Cygnus showing them that they can do the same. They only need 12 more points. They're going to lose the hard point for a few seconds. It's going to be S-Thug, the one that is getting pushed over. Finally gains track again. They only need a few more seconds, and I think they might get it in here. Only need 5 more points. There's no one from Tribe around.
Oh, did they move out the point?
No, they get him out with the Pred missile.
Oh, dude, that's toxic. 2 points is needed. Cygnus going to have the advantage. Satio going to be on point. Satio's going to pull out the sentry gun. That's going to be the second man that he needs in point to hold.
God.
And what a game 4. We're all tied up at 2. Playing in a best of 5. Next game wins it. Day. What are we talking about, homie? 4th game. Wow.
This is literally what happens with these two teams every single time we get them facing each other. It is always down to the wire. Last Mobile Mayhem, it came down to, I think it was Game 7, Round 10, search and destroy between these two guys. So it's no shock that we are in a Game 5 here in this best of 5. And, you know, honestly, I'm a fan of both of these teams. I love all of these players. And it really don't make a difference to me who walks away with the win here.
Not like they're paying us, bro. I mean, I'm not biased because, for one, I'm not getting any of this prize money. I don't care who wins.
Right.
You know,
sure.
I'm simply back here
just
to
wanna
see,
see a good
calling
game.
out. I want to see a clean, even matchup. I want to see. I really want to see a LAN game, but obviously that is not going to happen. Not right now.
Hey, one of these days, man.
One of these days. I mean, Dave been hyping me up for LAN, bro, and that's all I can talk about now. Shame on you, Dave.
Well, you know, it's kind of like watching CDL, right? Like
It is.
when you watch CDL and someone like one taps someone off a head glitch with the Krig, that don't happen in Cold War. I mean, it's a good gun, but like the things behave differently on 0MS. So even if both of these teams are playing on even footing right now, you know, it looks like both these teams are saying they've got about 60 MS across the board. That's all fine and dandy, but even 60 MS even is not the same as 0 ping across the board, you know. So I hate that I got you stuck on the whole land thing, but I'm loving it. I can't wait to see it. I'm glad we're in a game 5 here between these two teams. Kills pretty consistent across the board for both of these teams, and I gotta say, man, I'm here for it. That was a great hard point between these two teams. A 150 to 129 win going over to the side of Zygnus, even though I think Tribe did frag just a little bit harder.
Did.
Specifically, Bolu and Band stepped it up this game. Obviously, you guys would have heard me mentioning we're not used to seeing these guys being the bottom 3 of Tribe. You know, granted, this whole Tribe roster is absolutely fantastic. Child's once again being the MVP for Tribe here. But Bolu stepped it up in a real big way here. 30-16. Band as well may only be 2 positive, but that's a big step up over the last domination. They were only a couple points shy here, and our last matchup gonna be a search and destroy on Crossfire. I'm excited that we're here in a game 5. Hopefully it goes down to the wire. Game 11, but I'll let you guys get into it. Verdict and a Gilmania.
Yes, indeed. Game number 5. We saw the sweaty efforts from both teams in game number 4. Unfortunately, frags don't win hard points anymore. It's all about the frags in the point. And now this is a game where frags do matter, because you get the right frags, you end the round, my guy. It's a 5-all, as we're a bit of a standstill. Band going to be making his way with Bolu onto this bus station area. And the bomb is in a very profitable position. We'll see if they'll be able to get it down to Tio in enemy territory. He's going to be traded. Kimwack's going to be there to have his back as he takes down Parrish, so it's a 4-all. Trades have came through. Bomb is yet to be planted. Bolu trying to get it down. Smoke is in play. This should be his ample opportunity. It is not going to be denied. 40 seconds on the clock for the guys over at Zygnus as Irvin picks up 1. And Marshy, we've got ourselves a game.
We got ourselves a game. That's a 4-3, in favor with 1 player for Cygnus. Esther ended up taking a lot of damage trying to get inside of that bomb area. He's now going to be using the sniper. Gets in there. His ally gets taken out. Childs with his knives. He's going to get pushed over from the side. He gets taken out too. This is now a 1v3. What happened to everyone on Cygnus? I don't know.
Oh,
I did see a lot of people
tough.
using pistols. I understand that you might want to use snipers. I guess that was the other weapon.
Definitely
but,
the train of
that
thought.
didn't work. Yeah. That's a 1-0 lead for Tribe Gaming. And today I've seen Tribe play twice Search and Destroy on Crossfire. And when they're on the attacking side, I've only seen them lose 1 round. So they are really, in my opinion, good at it. Let's see how good it is going to be this game for them, though. Because what I saw that they got usually most of the time was an early advantage. You know, getting 1 or 2 kills right off the bat, immediately plant the bomb, put the pressure onto the opponents so they could make something happen. This time, Cygnus has been able to at least fight back at them. As Bolu picks up that kill onto S-Thug, is going to be now a 3v3. The bomb has not been planted. And I do see that the strategy is maybe a little bit different on Tribe, because in the past I only saw Bolu being the bomb carrier. This time is Band, but Envoy is in a really good spot, just pretty much playing the waiting game so he can avoid them from planting the bomb. He's gonna play it aggressively for some reason, takes a shot at the distance with a sniper, stays alive, and actually finds the flag onto Band. That's a 2 versus 2. Bolu getting a kill, Bolu getting a double.
Envoy.
Oh my god. And now Kimwax is left alone.
Envoy, bro. He was literally on that little head glitch in the broken building area, a broken wall area. And Marshy went for the fake plant, trying to, get someone to entice people to come across. Envoy smoked him. And then he peeks across and gets caught in no man's land, is taken out. Oh, Child's going to be shot. I'm getting a spectator glitch. Kimwax going to prevent that bomb plant. Child's 1 shot. Bolu's going to have the information he needs, but Kimwax is just going to be able to abuse him there. Child's nonetheless going to go ahead and get the plant down. Kimwax recovering. Well played by Childs. That was the kind of play that you needed. Bolu obviously went for the frag. Not necessarily getting it, but putting some shots on him prevented him from peeking that bomb site again. Child's going to take advantage of it, and now we have a 30-second timer. Kimwax going to be spotted. Kimwax going to be 1 shot. Kimwax slide peeking across. And Child's going to be forced to retreat back. He's got 1 frag on the board. The nade comes through. He's going to try and bank it off the wall. Kimwack's not falling for that. Not going straight for the bomb defuse. Rather, going to be going for Childs himself. 10 seconds on the clock. Childs playing time. Childs playing time. Well, it is just the amount of time that he needs. Not enough time for Kimwax to defuse. Well played, Childs. 200 IQ.
Charles having 100% trust in his body for his ally to defend him, and then playing time perfectly, pushing him not only like to waste time but also getting him away from the bomb. Ends up getting killed, of course, but the bomb exploded anyway. The 2-0 advantage is now for Tribe, and they seem to know what to do in what situation. In here, there's not gonna be. I was gonna say there's not gonna be a quick frag. It's gonna be Envoy, the one getting taken out by Childs. Childs, it's been his day, like you mentioned, and not only here but in other tournaments. He's been having a blast, just shredding enemies left and right, and today has been no exception. He's just clutched that round. There's now a 5v3 as Tatillo gets taken out by Band, Irving gets knocked out by Parrish, and Cygnus falling apart. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You may want to fight up against Tribe, but they seem to have a perfect plan for this map and when they're attacking.
Yeah, they do, and I gotta give it to Childs, man. He didn't get that frag onto Tio to completely hit, but definitely got him weak. If we're talking about assists counting for points here, that was enough points for Tribe to get that kill on Tio. So a well-placed nade leads to Tio going down, and S-Thug's going to be the last player alive. 17 seconds, Band going to spot him. And we've got ourselves a blowout so far to Search to Destroy. You mentioned earlier, Tribe played this map earlier, and they only gave up one round. They haven't given up anything yet. And when they play like this, it's quite impossible. It's like they've got everything like well formulated. There's nothing left for risk. Everything is like precise and to a point. Child's positioning in the top corner area, taking down Envoy, that was a predetermined area that they thought Envoy was going to be at, and they blasted him for it. He played that round, the round before, in the exact same broken area, and he got violated for going back-to-back. Being predictable in Search or Destroy is not the play. We've got ourselves a 2-2 game here as a 3-0 advantage in favor of Tribe. To try to take another round, can they do it? As Bolu and Child's going to be tagging up. Child's going to be closer to this back building area, not really getting anything he sees. I'm sure he's playing for information, but the guys over at Cygnus not giving him anything. So this really is a toss-up. Child's pushing back. Bolu going to be trying to push onto this bus station area. I don't think he's going to be able to get this bomb down. He's got Child's there to protect, but in reality, it's not going to be much. Just more of oversight at this point.
It is so important for you to specialize not in a single thing, but in everything. Not only game modes but maps. Try to be at least a little bit prepared for everything. But in here, Tribe just especially in this game mode, in this map, it is the way they play. It feels flawless, and what a game for it to be. Bolo finds a frag. S-Thug ends up getting taken out by Childs, and perfect timing for them in a way, Final game 5 for them, where it's do or die. All the cards are in the table, and they getting this map. That's stuff that it's out of your own control. But if you got the opportunity, of course you're gonna take it, and they're doing so. Flawlessly going through their offensive side. 4 rounds in a row, only needing one more. This time around, though, I do see that Cygnus are playing a little bit more aggressively in this area. Envoy not staying in that broken area, going for a little bit more. Band finds that kill with the grenade, but Envoy is still in enemy's territory. He's trying to be cautious, though. He has not been spotted. He's just crouching in that area, waiting for their opponents, looking left and right. 5v4, sees the first opponent, sees the second one now. There's the grenade in the way, gets taken out without even finding a frag, but Irving doesn't care and finds that double piece. His ally Kimwax get taken out. It's a 2-3, and they better make sure they don't lose this round. Going in a 5-0 can be really problematic for your own way of playing, but S-Thug doesn't care as he finds that kill. And they are successfully preventing Tribe from being in a comfortable position.
They have. You know, the fact that they've taken down Bolu has just been a menace in this matchup so far. 7-2 in the search and destroy. The only thing that is keeping them from winning this round is my guy Child. Child has been on a rampage. He's actually going to be taken down by Irving. Great slide peek from him.
Yeah.
And I will say this. This is probably one of the maps, and people can disagree. I don't care. This is my opinion and my opinion only. This map in particular is made for the attacking side to have the advantage. If you get clear passage to the A bomb site, your opponents are downhill. They're literally looking up to you. So there's no reason why the attack shouldn't be 3-2 or 4-1 going into this side flips. This is where Zygnus is gonna thrive now, as we do see 3 players from Tribe all the way in the Delhi area. They haven't made a push up aggressively. Child's gonna pick up 1 big frag. This is crucial, as the bomb is yet to be planted. Envoy still making his way to clear this bus station building, but I'd have to say this is definitely a map that caters to the attacking side. You literally the only map in the game that when you plant it or when you're moving towards the site, you're uphill and your opponents are downhill. How much more of an advantage do you need?
Yeah, it's just the way you said it. Now is Envoy the one carrying the bomb for the side of Cygnus. There's gonna be a smoke coming in place, and he immediately gets blasted for it. They didn't even have the visual cues, but if you see the smoke, you know they're gonna try to plant the bomb, and if they're trying to plant the bomb, you know where he's gonna try to pull it through, right? It's pretty predictable. Ends up paying the price. This is a 3 versus 2. They're gonna pick up the bomb again. Irving immediately starts planting it, and he's trying to go for the wallbang. We know this map. There's pretty huge amount of places where you can go for a wallbang kill, or at least hit marker for you to get information. Parrish was doing just that with the Holger. Esthog gets the kill onto Bolu. Once again, Bolu is out. Like you mentioned, big frag for Cygnus to get taken. And with only 20 seconds on the clock, Tribe have now to play it a little bit more aggressively. Parrish is doing just that with a Fennec, but both him and Marshy get it taken out. This is a 1v3 for Child, trying to make something happen, getting the first kill, going for the second one, but Irving is there from preventing it. That is another one for the side of Cygnus. And like you mentioned, now that they're on the offensive side, they gotta make sure that they go 5 rounds uncontested, because if, and only if, they go to a round number 11, it would be Tribe yet again on the attacker side.
Definitely be the case. Definitely don't want to put yourself in that position, so you need to be flawless here. You've got 2 in a row. You got 1 off the defense. You got 1 off the attack. Now it's time to just keep accelerating on that pedal. Don't let loose. You know what their strategy is. It's going to be holding this Delhi area and hoping for that wall bang. Now, you didn't go for the plan initially after the smoke comes down. That's a 200 IQ play from Zygnus. This is them adapting to the situation. They're aware of Tribe in the... Oh my god, Envoy! What was that? I didn't even see Bolu on the screen. Marshy gonna get ball banged. It's a 3v5. Kimwax picks up that kill. Zygnus looking to clutch it up here. Child's still alive. That's a bit of hope. As I say that, he is taken down. Kimwax is just unstoppable at the moment as he picks up his 6th kill. Irving gonna go down. Tatio gonna pick up the refrag, and Parrish is gonna be left on his own. Can't wall bang your way out of this one. I mean, you could, but it's highly unlikely that you're going to. It's a 1v4 scenario, and now the time is on him. 25 seconds and counting. He's going to get spotted by Envoy pushing up the staircase. Yet another round going in favor of Zygnus.
Partida número 5, ronda número 8, el equipo de Cygnus que por fin está logrando igualar un poco más el marcador, aún para continuar en la zona de atrás, pero pues ya se están acercando muchísimo más a sus rivales. Después de haber estado a punto de ser eliminados en un 3-0, lograron llegar a hacer el push y correctamente estar ahora en la partida número 5. Sin duda alguna no se dieron por vencidos en ninguna clase de situación, siguen pusheando en esta, pueden llevarse la ronda de nueva cuenta con esa doble baja de Envoy preciosísima. Ahí solamente queda Band con vida, Band que termina muriendo a manos de Kimwax con esa pistolita. Esto es un 4-4, Cygnus lo está haciendo fenomenal y están a nada de ir por un reverse sweep, pero tienen que tener cuidado, no se deben de confiar, porque si un error sucede, puede ser lo justo y necesario para que Tribe pueda cerrar este enfrentamiento. It is gonna come down to, like we talked about, the fact that Cygnus needs to not drop a single round while they are on the offensive side. So far, they've been able to do it. They are in a 4-4 scenario. Bolo finds the first frag. What is gonna happen now, Verdict?
Bro, you know what? It's anybody's game at the moment. Estug goes down early. That's not a good sign for Cygnus. But again, they have the attacking advantage. I saw a different strategy. Tribe trying to switch it up. Pushing aggressively. It just didn't pan out for them. They got left in a 1v5 situation. Marshy going to push out. Marshy going to get taken down too. And now it's a 3-2. Bolu, Parrish left alone. Bolu going to be on the B side of the map, or A side of the map rather. Parrish going to be in Delhi. This is a very predictable position. We saw him get taken out early in last round, as he has just been, absolutely consistent with going exactly where he wants to go. And Envoy left on his own. This is not what you need to happen if you're Cygnus. You need to find a way to clutch this round. The bomb's down. Parrish making his way to the site. He's going to spot you. You can test. Now, Bolu knows where your positioning is. What?
No, there's enough time.
Oh, what a round. Bolu
Perfect.
on the lurk gets my guy Envoy out of that top building area, that little sniper perch. And we do see the momentum change in favor of the guys over at Tribe. That might have sealed their victory there.
Heavy switch in the momentum, like you mentioned. Extraordinary kill with the RPG, getting now pushed over from the back. Ends up getting killed. The defusal comes in place. Tribe are one round away from getting over with his finals. They've been struggling a lot now in the past few games. They are trying to close it up as soon as possible. I'm sure they're gonna try to do it right now, of course. Now it's yet again Envoy the one killing the bomb, trying to get inside. Their smoke comes in place. RPGs flying all over the place. Envoy just taking his sweet time. Although there's a smoke, he has been killed through the smoke before, so he's trying to be as cautious as he humanly can. No one has died just yet, and more than 40 seconds have gone by. That's a moment where everybody wants to take it home, and they know that a single mistake is all that it matters. And although Tribe is with the advantage in a way, they could still drop this game at a fast pace if not done properly. There's still a few grenades taking place, only a minute remaining, and I think this is the longest I've seen a first blood take place.
Yeah, we've seen first bullets come off almost instantly, like literally 5 to 10 seconds within the game starting or the round starting. That's not the case here. After that last round, you could literally hear a pin drop. In-game, out-game, it doesn't matter. Bolo going to get the first frag as he takes down Satillo. That is a big frag. As 30 seconds left on the clock, Childs gets taken down as Kimwax spots him. Interesting, but Envoy trying to get this bomb down. He's going to get contested by Ban if he sounds off. Yes, Ban going to be there. Ban going to go ahead and push up. Envoy anticipating it, pushes back, but he's taken down. Now it's a 3-2. The bomb is in no man's land. Down on the bomb. Okay, bomb is going to be going down. Kimwax going to go ahead and do it. And Parrish going to be trying to get this wallbang off. Not in time, my friend. 42 seconds on the clock. We're going toward round 11. This is the Meseeks Sunday Showdown finale. The finals, my guy. And we're all tied up. Tribe definitely has the advantage, though.
This is do or die. Like all the game 5, round 11. I'm just at a loss of words right now. But of course, Tribe is going to be in the offensive side yet again. Let's see if anyone is going to get a first blood right off the bat. That would be extremely crucial for either of them. This time is going to be Cygnus playing it a lot more aggressively, in my opinion. There's going to be Envoy in that broken area that we've talked about before. And I do like the strategy that Parrish was doing, which was pretty much just wallbanging that area, trying to go for that information. Even if you don't get a kill, you get to know if they're planting the bomb and at least preventing them from doing it. Cygnus has a different approach to that. No one has died just yet. 40 seconds have gone by. Bolo continues to be the bomb carrier. He's just being extraordinarily cautious. Estog is just waiting on that in that staircase. I'm looking at Estog right now with a QQ9. He's just having a blast, just waiting his life off. He knows how important this is, and he's not gonna move an inch if it's not necessary.
Yeah, this is the kind of intensity you can expect from a matchup like this. At this caliber, bro, this means not only who is the champion of today, but the bragging rights that these guys have over each other. Bolu gonna be peeking. No, he's not. He is smart. He's definitely not gonna peek it. Band wants to. Band pushes out, takes some shots. He's gonna take some shots himself.
Envoy.
Envoy picks up the cheeky kill on Bolu. That is a monumental frag for Zygnus, as they have been down and out every single matchup. But that is not the case here. They are up at the moment. As I say that, Childs gets the evening frag. S-Dug's going to be super weak too. Now the bomb, 20 seconds left. Marshy, top staircase. Envoy goes down. S-Dug dropping like flies. Parrish going to be jump shot and Kimwax. All of them lonesome. Band's going to get the bomb down. 1v4 scenario. Picture perfect for Tribe. Picture perfect for them as they are moving on into this round. It is looking ever so clear that they might secure this dub.
They needed a few more seconds. They had to survive for a little bit longer, preventing from planting. That was not the case. Kimwax is gonna get taken out by Parrish, closing this game up finally. All the way to the end. Game number 5, round number 11. Tribe is gonna settle this game with a victory, going their way. What a game to close this tournament. I really enjoyed it a lot. I had a blast. What about yourself, Day? I wanna hear everything. What happened here?
That was such a phenomenal matchup. I was on Twitter hyping this up the whole time, and I love to see it, man. We're in a Game 5 best of 5, round 11 search and destroy between Zygnus and Tribe. Tribe comes through on top. That last round was so clean for them. They played their corners well. They got the early picks, ended up in a 4 versus 1 situation, and closed out the night. Phenomenal play all across the board. Bolu absolutely killing it. 12 kills on the board for him. Kimwax and Envoy did everything they could to keep us in that game, as well as S-Thug and Irving. Great games out of all of these guys. Tatio definitely struggled a little bit in this final matchup. The same could be said over on the side of Tribe with Marshy at 4 kills as well. These are just two teams that are constantly even, and it sounds like we had a pretty clear inside little bit of info from both of these teams today, that both these teams were on 60 ping, about the most even matchup we could have. And man, let me tell you, I'll never get tired of seeing these two teams face off.
It's like iconic before it even starts. We were looking at Tribe as they went up 2-0 and for sure thought that they were going to clutch game 3 and have an easy night 3-0 victory for them. That was not the case. And as we were getting geared up for round 11 of the 5th game, the Search and Destroy, I just sat back and thought, bro, Zygnus on the ropes the entire time, the entirety of this matchup, might pull this out. But then they just all started they literally all started dying back to back, and it just did not make their case any better. Nonetheless, the matchup definitely delivered. The rivalry still is fiery. It's definitely one for the ages, as we see Tribe take the bag this week, 6-5 in the final game of the Search and Destroy. And I got to contribute, Bolu and Child's efforts. I got to give a shout out to Band, Parrish, and Marshy. Marshy obviously didn't have the best game. 4-10, definitely not the place where he wanted to be. But when you got teammates like Bolu and Childs who are willing to, put themselves in a position to, potentially get taken out in the greater good. Bolu obviously picked up that last frag a round or two ago and got the bomb defused. That was a clutch moment for Tribe. That was obviously the point where, it could have gone either way, but, with them flipping sides and Tribe getting the advantage of the attacking top side of that hill, it definitely secured the case for them. So, man, what a way to end the night, bro. We capped off at 800 something viewers. We had a ton of fun. We went to a game 5. We probably had one of the better finals matchups that we've had in a while. We've had some pretty decent ones since Day's been on, I gotta say. I want to give a shout out to the teams who played today. showing up, making sure that they played to the best of their abilities, delivering the best content possible. Give a shout out to the viewers who, obviously, guys, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. To the mods as well, the admins, Echo, hello, all you guys. Absolutely love you, the work that you guys do week in, week out. HyperX, Juju, Trovo, Juju Energy, you guys come through on a constant basis. Wouldn't be here without you guys either. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm at a loss for words. Gil, I'm gonna leave you with the last final words.
Well, I feel like everything has been said. An extraordinary game. It was amazing to watch. Of course, the like you mentioned, the rivalry between these two continues to take place, and what a game that they provide us. I'm pretty happy about it. Thank you also very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed having all of us in here. You know, it's always a blast to be in this tournament. Gracias a todos por haber estado el día de hoy aquí conmigo. Recuerden que a pesar de que si no ganó su equipo, pues recordemos que a final de cuentas esto es puro y duro entretenimiento. Y vaya que estuvimos entretenidos, estuvo fenomenal lo que vimos el día de hoy, estuvo espectacular el partidazo que nos dieron estos dos. Entonces eso es lo importante, el pasar un buen rato y pues que se lo termina llevando Drive. Enhorabuena para ellos y muy bien jugado para Signos y a seguirle echando ganas.
Gear up, we're gonna get ready for a raid. Who should we raid, guys? I see several streamers that I'm familiar with live at the moment. But I'm at an indecisive moment. I'm thinking Envoy because he raided earlier. That only makes sense. What you guys think? Y'all all in agreement? Envoy gets the raid.
I'd do it.
Let's do it. Envoy
Yeah,
raid,
I'm
guys.
down.
Let them know that Verdict, DeiNomine, and Gil sent you over from the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. GG's to everyone who participated. We'll see you guys next week. We'll also see you guys Tuesday for Mobile Mayhem. Much love to you. See you then.